Comment in the chat courtesy of Mr. Sonic Pan. Mr. Sonic Pan writes the following. Sid's going to start with, I told you so. LOL, LOL, LOL. Yes, I am.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio where you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio where you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K,
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? What's going on? It is Wednesday. What the hell day is it?
22nd.
April the 22nd. I knew that.
Come on, man.
I was just testing you in the audience. It's Sid. Great to see you. Great to talk to you. The Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. We're live on YouTube, X, Facebook, and in your ears. Wherever you download fine in your ears podcasts. Right before we came up, a couple stories off the front here. Last Thursday, Azzo and I, we taped a show after our show Thursday. So we weren't here live Friday. Hopefully you weren't too pissed. We just couldn't be here. And I ordered dinner for the both of us, which means A, I'm not as cheap as people think I am.
Why you gotta put that in there?
B,
I offered to pay.
he didn't offer a damn thing. Azzo didn't offer to pay anything. But I was nice enough to pay. And we're watching the Blue Jays take on Milwaukee and lose another series. And I'm like, I feel like Mexican. And Azzo's like, I feel like Mexican. So listen, I don't know if you're the same way. When I'm in a quesadilla mood, get out of my way. I need some quesadillas in my life. I love it. And I will dip them in basically anything. So Azzo got some tacos. I got some quesadillas, but I'm like, that's not enough. We need chips. We need tortilla chips. Because I love tortilla chips. Who doesn't love? Is there a person on earth who doesn't love tortilla chips?
The best.
The best. So I ordered the tortilla chips with our dinner last week. I think it was so salty, I could not sleep that night. I don't know about you. When I eat a lot of salty food, because I probably don't get enough water, I can't sleep. As I tell him the story just before we come up, goes, I slept like a baby. I'm extremely hydrated. Who the hell says I'm extremely hydrated? So how much water do you drink a day?
It's a great question, but a lot.
What do you mean a lot? Define a lot. For example, I have not had water today.
Really?
I've had a couple coffees. So I have not, I feel water mellows me out. The show's not as good. I need to be heightened. Dehydration helps me work.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So
it also puts you in a bit of a mood.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying I don't think we get as much rants if you're more hydrated. So I have this water bottle.
See, but
I probably
I'm
drink
with
about 6 of these, plus like a bottle like that of mineral water a day, like a bunch.
You drink 6 bottles of
At least,
water
at
a
least,
day?
at least.
Dude, no one would listen
Somehow
to
it's
the show.
tough, though.
No one would listen to the show if I drank 6 bottles of water a day.
I agree.
And
I
you're
believe
still
it.
like really interesting. If I drink it, honestly, if I had that
I
much,
need to.
if I was that hydrated, I would have come in here today and said, listen, I just think Hoffman needs another chance.
Maybe that's why I was
Who
kind of.
wants to hear that?
What
No
about
one wants to hear that?
I think I got into it though on the morning show. Like, didn't you have to? I had to do coffee and water, like a lot of water. It kept me.
No,
going in the
I
morning.
found whenever I had water during or before a show, I was terrible because my edge was off. Me dehydrated has put money in my account. I don't know how else to say that. And also, and I heard this story from like years ago. It was of all people, Don Cherry.
Okay.
He would not go to the washroom before Coach's Corner, which meant his blood pressure was up, which meant
Amazing.
good segment.
Oh, that's
Now,
you being dehydrated. That's what I was alluding to with you being dehydrated.
Things went off the rails at some point with grapes, obviously. But like the point
Do you
is,
know about that?
if I did you hear? I think I was on air first
I was
in
gonna
Canada
say,
after that happened.
You
Yes.
remember that?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember all the death threats. They were a lot of fun. But I can't have a ton of water. But there is a price to be paid, generally.
So what else? But do you drink anything else? Like you have the coffee?
No,
Are you a
that's
pop
about
guy
it.
or like?
No, that's about
Yeah.
it.
See, all I drink is water, like all day.
I'll
Water
have-
or mineral water, like between the two.
I'll have like a non-alcoholic at dinner now.
Yeah.
Like that's now. It's actually a good habit to get into. I highly recommend it.
When you eat quesadilla, you child.
Dude.
Quesadillas are for kids, dude. Eat tacos like a man.
Get the hell out of here right now.
Oh,
How
my
dare
God.
you say that? Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner.
Draft lottery night.
It's draft
lottery night.
It's the night.
Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo.
So guess what? When the Leafs get the first overall pick May the 5th, and we're going to be live streaming that night,
Mhm.
you don't get quesadillas.
What?
No quesadillas. for
Because
Azzo.
I have tacos. I'm a man.
No quesadillas for Azzo. None. Sorry, we went down a lot of roads there.
Jeremy Burke. I hate when my dads fight.
We're not fighting. I'm just saying. I one of us is hydrated, the other isn't. Guess who
Quesadilla is
it
an
is?
appetizer, not a meal. For the record.
Again, get the hell out of here right now. Quesadillas. are the
Andrew's
most-
got it right. Burritos, tacos. Quesadilla is an appetizer that you
Burritos,
share.
Burritos are a little too thick.
Oh my God. I love
Little
burritos.
too. I like burritos. I'll take a quesadilla over burrito any day of the week.
Come on, man.
I'll take the chips and the salsa with it. You have to have the chips and the salsa. But sorry, I've ignored the chat here unnecessarily because I have a feeling there's a lot of food comments coming through. Sean in the Yukon, Azzo really needs to try a quesadilla. Yes,
I have as an
No, you
appetizer,
have- you
Sean.
haven't
As
tried
an
quesadilla.
appetizer.
You have not tried.
It's an appetizer.
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Hyperbear. Azzo, you're fired in the big Vince McMahon voice.
Moose in the chat. Real man without mineral water, Azzo.
That's a fair point. Mineral water is fantastic.
And sorry, where did I see this? Flippin' A in the chat. Hoffman apparently loves meatballs.
Meatballs. I saw that too. That's a front runner for message of the show.
We are off and running today.
Oh man.
Great to see everyone. Want to start off also with another comment. Sorry, I got sidetracked on how little of a foodie Azzo is.
Oh, wow.
No idea what he's talking about. Ryan Scott in the chat on YouTube wrote the following. Hey, Sid and Azo. Hey, Ryan. I've been out of work for close to a year and finally heading back next week. While this period was a roller coaster, I can truly say the best period included this podcast daily. Thank you. Ryan, that's a very nice thing to say.
So nice.
That's a very nice thing to say. Now, Azo and there was a year where I didn't work. I was also compensated for not working. It's the way it went. Azo went a stretch without working. You do kind of lose your identity a little bit. So we hear you.
Totally. We
hear you, Ryan. And to everyone kind of going through a transition period in their professional life, whatever that is, whether that was forced upon you or you chose it, and all the power to the people that take their power and choose it. We know exactly what you're kind of going through. So we appreciate the comment, and we appreciate everyone who's making us a part of their afternoon. That's kind of the goal. That's what we're trying to do here. Obviously, with the podcast, you can listen to us anywhere. You can take us anywhere, and that's the beauty of this. But I think, over the next X amount of time, whatever that is, I think the show will definitely grow the more we make it a part of people's afternoon lives or morning lives, wherever you are in Canada or around the world. And we appreciate you. So thank you. That was one of the nicer things that anyone's ever said about us. Unc Ryan in the chat, Hoff could use a quesadilla.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yep. And Andrew McLeod in the chat, more eating chips, please.
That's what started off the conversation today about the chips last week, right? Yep. That was the comment. That was it.
And I love me some chips.
Rachel?
Rachel in the chat, just here for the bleep talk about Hoffman. That guy stinks.
The throw-in is the best.
Yeah, that's... I think we didn't need that guy stinks, Rachel. Well played. Well played. I completely get it.
Somebody's been trying to kind of tell you that, but whatever.
No. Look, I can't take ownership of this. Because I've worked with people in my life that have taken ownership of ridiculous things. I'm not taking ownership of, hey, maybe Hoffman wasn't that good ever. Because there was a few of us in this club. A few. Another quick story. So for those of you who don't live in Ontario, I was going to say Southern Ontario. It's an Ontario story. A very interesting political story happened over the last 4 days, I'd say. And for those of you who aren't familiar politically with the province of Ontario, Doug Ford has been running Ontario since 2018. Doug Ford began his provincial political career in 2018. He was a municipal council person in the city of Toronto with his late brother Rob for a long time. And Doug said, to hell with it, I'm going to run provincially to become premier and lead the Conservative Party of Ontario. This is in 2018. He's won 3 majority governments since that decision in a row, Doug Ford. I don't care whether you like him or you hate him. That's not easy to do in politics, especially nowadays. Especially nowadays. The federal government has to bend over backwards just to get a majority in a unique way. Doug Ford won his 3 straight. And listen, there's people that like Doug who don't like Doug. I get it. The one thing politically that Doug Ford in Ontario, as the Premier of Ontario, who's running our province, for those listening outside of Canada, he's that powerful. And Ontario's the largest economic province in the country in terms of different types of business. Alberta makes a lot of money for obvious oil reasons. Ontario's pretty lucrative. The one thing Doug Ford has always done politically in Ontario, for the most part, a couple things outstanding, but 85 to 90% of the time, when he screws up, he admits it. And a few days ago, a story came out that he bought a private jet for nearly $30 million taxpayer dollars. Very against his respect the taxpayer gravy train message. It was nicknamed the gravy plane, actually. It's a pretty good nickname. Within days of seeing the polling on this, Doug Ford, reluctantly, but Doug Ford said, okay, we're selling the plane. So apparently today, the plane has been sold. And after an uproar publicly in Ontario, Doug Ford did what Doug Ford normally does, which has served him politically very well. He admitted to a mistake. And not a lot of politicians do that. But once in a while, it's better to admit the mistake than to keep making it. Shift to the Toronto Blue Jays.
Good segue.
Thank you.
You-
I had
you've
a
done-
quesadilla this morning.
You've done this before.
I had a quesadilla this morning. The Toronto Blue Jays have not admitted to their mistake for well over a year. And if we were in a period of Blue Jays baseball where they were constantly 10 games under 500 and things weren't that serious and you were kind of looking ahead to next year, and it was one of those years where the crowds were a little thin at Rogers Center in September. You know those Septembers. We've all been there for those. Where like a Leafs exhibition game got more attendance down the street. You know, those type of years. If it was that type of period in Blue Jay history, maybe not the end of the world with the mistake. This mistake cost you a World Series. This goddamn mistake cost you a World Series. Now, this is obviously Jeff Hoffman I'm talking about. I want to preface everything I'm about to say with one thing. It's not Jeff Hoffman's fault. He's Jeff Hoffman. Jeff Hoffman is doing the best he can. And he's still a sick, pun intended, strikeout guy. This is the best strikeout season of his life so far, ironically enough. But you don't get mad at the 10-year-old who drove the car into the tree. You get mad at the adults who left the keys on the table. And Jeff Hoffman has not been worthy of the role of closer of the Toronto Blue Jays in tense situations. But Ross Atkins has not moved on this. Had an entire offseason to move off this. He hasn't done it. And John Schneider has played the role of supportive lapdog in this. I think in his private moments, John Schneider knows exactly what this is, but publicly he won't touch Hoffman because it's that fragile a situation. And quite frankly, that fragile a situation politically in the organization above Schneider. I'm sure there's been conversations about Jeff Hoffman. We know how they went. For the record, Edwin Diaz is now hurt for the Dodgers. Like, it's not like that's going smoothly in LA. But don't tell me there were options. Or there were not options. Don't tell me there were not other ways to go for the Toronto Blue Jays and Jeff Hoffman. So last night, Hoffman goes out there, again, with a comfortable 3-run cushion after the Jays had a good 8th inning in Anaheim, as the Jays are trying to win their first series of the year since their first series of the year. They've lost 6 straight. And Hoffman gets the first guy out. Then it's Trout single. He hits Joe Adell. Hits Jorge Soler. Gives up a Yohan Moncada single. That scores a run. That cuts it to 4-2. And before the Moncada at bat and after Jorge Soler got hit, and I think this is worth going through for people on the East Coast who were like asleep during this because it was late. After Hoffman loads the bases with another ridiculous hit batter, the panic that set in the dugout for John Schneider and Pete Walker, I've never seen people run towards a bullpen phone that quickly. So what did they do? What did John Schneider and the coaching staff do? They're yelling through the phone to get Louis Varland up, who has not been warming up. And they give Louis Varland 2 minutes to get ready. Literally 2 minutes. They're lucky Soler needed a moment after he got hit. So before anything, you are putting Louis Varland in jeopardy, warming him up that quickly. That's the first thing. But guess what? He does it. Louis Varland comes out having never recorded a save in his major league career. Guess what? He does it. One pitch, 2 out, acknowledge him. Louis Varland, the people's closer. He gets a double play ball. Nolan Shanuel dove into first. I'm still not convinced he was out, by the way. That was a really close review. Jays will take it. Jays will take it. Louis Varland, after watching Jeff Hoffman take years off the lives of the coaching staff due to stress-induced trauma, Varland comes in one pitch. I'm out. Thanks, review. See ya. Done. No weird gesture from Louis Varland. No, let's strap in with an ERA of 7. No, nothing like that. Louis Varland gets his first major league save and bails them out again, like he has done all of this season. 13 innings thrown for Louis Varland, 0 earned runs allowed. He's nearly as good of a strikeout pitcher as Hoffman and has way better control. Way better control. So that's what happened last night. The Toronto Blue Jays, it seemed in the moment, admitted to their mistake. You have one of two choices. Keep banging your head against the wall or give yourself a break and try plan B. To hell with what anyone upstairs thinks. The same way John Schneider back in the day with Jose Barrios could have ignored what the hell he was being told in Minnesota, but did it anyway, like a good little boy. Last night, they had enough. They had enough. Where exactly the call came from, I'm not sure. It was coming from inside the house. But I'm not convinced it was Schneider. I don't know where that call came from. I'd love to know. I would love to know. So Louis Varland, it seems like, is now the closer of the Toronto Blue Jays. Jays play at 3 o'clock Eastern today. There's no way Hoffman's going today. He's pitched 2 straight days. If they're going to save another game, it's going to be Varland. Varland only threw the 1 pitch last night. He's fine. In theory, he's fine. But after the game now, I was curious. I was curious where John Schneider goes with this. Is it, we got to make a change? It's not good enough from Jeff? Does he play the tough guy Tyler Heineman thing, like in Chicago, and say we need people to do their jobs or we're going to find different people? Or do you continue to stroke the head of Jeff Hoffman like a sick cat and say, there? What was going to happen here? I can't believe what I heard. This is John Schneider last night after Jeff Hoffman once again proves to be completely incompetent in late game situations.
They're on top of the plate, you get, the first out, Trout singles, like, okay. And then just a couple arm side misses, really, Thought his slider was good. And, you're just trying to put guys in spots to get the job done. And he's, you look up at his stuff, right? He's striking out a lot of people, and it seems to be one extreme or the other with him right now. So just a couple heaters that got away from him. And, we've talked about it. The whole thing is just getting ahead and just the heaters that kind of missed arm side.
I didn't hear any real criticism there at all. Well, my favorite part of that was some guys were crowding the plate. Remember, Hoffman hit 2 batters back-to-back last night. Joe Adell, Jorge Soler. John Schneider said they were crowding the plate, which means the batters were well over the plate. There's nothing Jeff Hoffman could have done. So for the viewing audience, we've done a couple things here. I've gotten 2 pictures of where the baseball was right before the hit batter and where the batter was. This is not rocket science. Azzo, please give me the Joe Adell moment. For the listening audience, I will walk you through it. This is a still photo of Hoffman's pitch that eventually hit Joe Adell of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So John Schneider again said the batters were kind of crowding the plate. Joe Adell is not crowding the plate. In fact, the baseball looks like it's just going to be high, but takes such a wicked shimmy, it hits Joe Adell. Like, that's how poor a pitch this was. The action on it was just uncontrollable. Like Hoffman, consider his stuff is so wild, I'm surprised he doesn't hit more people. For him to hit Joe Adell with the baseball where it was here is insane. Joe Adell is not crowding the plate. Azzo, is Joe Adell crowding the plate here, do you think?
He is not.
He is not. Confirmed from Azzo. who hates quesadillas.
I don't hate quesadillas.
You do. And we're getting emails. So Joe Adell's not crowding this play. John Schneider has lied about that. Now we're at the point where we're lying to make Jeff Hoffman look remotely passable. As if we're all now stupid. I can't say this enough. There are people in the Jays organization, folks, who think you're dumb. They do not respect your baseball knowledge. JP Ricciardi did not respect your baseball knowledge. I got news for you. There have been GMs and managers in this town who thought you were dumb. Don't take it. That comment for Schneider last night's offside. That's way offside. Joe Adell was not crowding any plate. The hell are you talking about? If only we had another example of John Schneider lying. Oh, we do. The next batter was Jorge Soler. And again, for the listening audience, I'll tell you flat out, Jorge Soler, wearing number 12 for the Angels, is not crowding the plate at all. And again, the pitch that Hoffman throws that eventually hits him takes such a wicked right turn. I don't even know what to make of it. Azzo, what do you make of this pitch? Like, this thing hit him in the forearm. And right now, it looks like it's just high.
It was.
The lack of control from Jeff Hoffman needs to be studied by scientists around the world. They need to take Jeff Hoffman's pitch and go around the dark side of the moon and run experiments. I don't know what this is, but I can tell you what it isn't. A hitter crowding the plate. John Schneider's lying to you. John Schneider is not telling you the truth. He thinks you're asleep last night and you don't know anything about baseball. I know you do. You know what I don't like? Excuses. I am not a fan of excuses in any professional environment. If you can't do your job, the door is right there. Get out. That includes Schneider. And I'm not even close to done with John Schneider today. We have a lot of Schneider to come. The Schneider Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick. Could barely say it. You can lose the pick if you want, Ezzo. Thank you.
Do you want some water?
I do not. Actually. Do you have a quesadilla?
I don't.
You know, I'm
well, I'll order you one by the end of the show.
So I thought for a moment last night that John Schneider and the Jays had learned a valuable lesson that other people in the province of Ontario at times adhere to. If you screw up, admit it and move on. They're not doing that. We can debate whether or not that actually happened last night, whether Louis Varland became the closer of the Toronto Blue Jays. After hearing Schneider lie to us post-game, I do not know if that's the case. Because the other reality of this situation, which is a very stark one, is this. If Jeff Hoffman isn't your closer, what is he? And if the Toronto Blue Jays have been leaning on an arm that they do not have faith in putting into the 8th, 7th, or 6th inning of any meaningful game, what have they done? What is this? This guy was on the mound in Game 7 of the World Series up a run. You don't have faith to put him in the 8th, 7th, or 6th innings? What is this? Teams make great decisions. Teams make poor decisions. We see it in sports all the time. It's nothing new. Nothing new. The Blue Jays will never move on as a franchise because I don't believe anything's off the table here. If they get a little healthy, why not? The rest of the American League does not scare me right now. It doesn't. If the Jays get healthy, they're going to find themselves back in a world. They're only 3 games under 500. They're going to find themselves back in a world where in June, they might get hot again. And the good times are rolling once more. Then it's go time. Are you telling me if that team emerges again and they start hitting like we're used to, which they kind of did last night in the 8th, you're going to still throw Jeff Hoffman out there after all this? Really? That is no longer operating the Toronto Blue Jays with the top intention of winning. That is protecting your ego, Ross and John and Mark and everybody. The Leafs got buried in that quagmire a long time ago. It stopped being about winning. It was about being right for Shanahan. Where did that get him? Can't even get the Devil's job over a guy with no experience. Couldn't even get that job. I don't think the Jays are going to admit to their mistake, even after last night. I could be wrong. But if some of these guys don't admit to it, that Hoffman's not the answer, some of them are going to take the gravy plane straight out of town. And it's going to be deserved. John Schneider got a 2-year extension. He's not owed much. He's not owed much. But you will stop lying to your fans today. That is unacceptable. They were crowding the plate like we're dumb. Enough of that. John Schneider better get that garbage out of his vernacular immediately. Stick with the corny, not funny jokes. Stay there. You stay right there. Don't start insulting Blue Jay fans at all. To save your ass. God, I've had enough of John Schneider. I need a quesadilla. Jeff has a party. Good afternoon, formally.
You need a few things. My goodness. They won. They won last night. Come on, man. They're winning a series.
Jays have won 3 straight.
Guaranteed to win a series.
Jays
Come
have
on,
won 3
Jays.
straight.
Let's
Jays.
go.
Suck on that, Angels. Suck on that.
Oh, man. Now, I'm going to disagree with you on some stuff.
Go ahead. Shoot.
I think he does know, and he said it in that clip. Some people in the chat were alluding to this, saying, "I want to replay that clip you just played."
Go ahead.
But somebody's also Martino. I don't know how you say that, but I think so. He said, "Azo, do you have a pic of John Schneider's face? Because it's true. Like, I think Sportsnet told on him. They flashed to the bullpen. He went halfway up the steps, and you could see him let out.
Oh, he let out the sigh.
Yeah, did you see that?
No,
The big sigh. It was like,
oh yeah,
here we go again. Like he did. You could tell he does not have faith.
Because heaven forbid he does that like in a post game.
Right. Well, I think yesterday he did tell you something. Can we say John? Can we hold on? But can we say John Schneider is a pretty well-spoken manager? He's
very good on a mic. Yes.
Doesn't stumble over himself.
No.
And some people in the chat have already pointed this out with something that stood out for me. Sunken Train and Eldon Schmidt. I'm not going to play it. Let's just listen to the clip. And there's one thing he keeps saying over and over. Okay. Like, he doesn't usually stumble over himself or like be at a bit of a loss for words. Let's listen to it again. Here we go.
Are on top of the plate, you get, the first out, Trout singles, like, okay. And then just a couple arm side misses, really, Thought his slider was good. And, you're just trying to put guys in spots to get the job done. And he's, you look up at his stuff, right? He's striking out a lot of people, and it seems to be one extreme or the other with him right now. So just a couple heaters that got away from him. And, we've talked about it. The whole thing is just getting ahead and just the heaters that kind of missed arm side.
Yes, John, we know because we're watching.
Oh, so that's the tell?
We see it.
That's the tell.
Yes, we know because we're watching. We know he couldn't control it. This guy only had 4 hit batters all of last year. Like, listen to it.
You're on top of the plate, you get, the first out, Trout singles.
We see it. You keep saying because, yes, we're all watching it. And we know it's just words say what you're saying.
But that's not unheard. Like, I've heard the knows a little bit.
Not that much.
I don't think it's that huge a revelation.
He usually doesn't stumble like that. Like, there was like 20 in there. Okay. And I think he's telling us, what this is. And that's a natural progression into Varlin being the closer. It's crazy. Chris Black, that we both used to work with at Sportsnet, put this out. Do you see this? Relief pitcher war for this season. Mason Miller, 0.9. Louis Varlin, 0.8. Right behind Mason Miller.
Yeah, Mason Miller is legit. There's people in the chat saying I need a Snickers. No, I don't need. No, I need to stop. I need to stop snickering when they bring in Hoffman in the 9th inning.
No, because you're right. Like, this is the 3rd or maybe even 4th or 5th game that they've won despite this guy. Like, you can't keep putting him out there. You're right. Like, if he's going to start costing you games, again, we can focus on the fact that they won, so it's not a loss. But again, I've heard it's about deployment with this guy, how often they use him. I heard it's about situational pitching with this guy and how they use him. I heard it's about him using his fastball first. I just like how fast it goes off the cliff with this guy. Because like the first batter, he looked great. And then all
But
of
it
a sudden,
doesn't. But he has the memory of a goldfish.
he gives up a hit, and then he hits.
Like-
Dude, he had 4 hit by pitches last year. In the
I'm stunned it was
entire
that
Stars.
low. I'm stunned it was
Me
that low on
too.
the hit by pitches.
But that's 2 in a
Stunned.
row in 1 inning. Like,
Stunned.
he's obviously not there. The other thing I thought personally is this gives a reason to do that phantom IL thing. Like, they can say something's right now.
I'm telling you, it's coming.
I agree with you.
It's coming.
I think it is too.
I'm telling you, there. All of a sudden, Jeff Hoffman's going to need 10 days. Andrew in the chat, lots of you knows in there. Yeah, John, we know.
Yeah, we do know.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
that's-
saying.
we
Like,
know.
yes, John, we know. We watched. We
Okay.
see.
Maybe I'm underselling that.
We know.
Maybe I'm underselling.
We
that.
know because you saw it.
Yeah.
They were crowned like it's what he has to say to protect this guy, but we all do know because we did watch that and we all saw it. And like again, that's a perfect situation. They're up 3 runs. They even got the extra run in the 8th. What surprised me is that they didn't let who was it? Well, Tyler Rogers, because it didn't take him that many pitches, or even Fluharty.
Tyler Rogers had a pretty clean 8th.
Yeah, like
Pretty clean
12
Yes.
pitches to get out of that. Like last year, they would have made Hoffman pitch 2 innings. Why not just let Tyler go out there again and finish it?
In defense of the notion of you need a power pitcher in certain spots, I don't love the idea of a guy who throws that soft in the 9th.
Yeah, but
I
he
don't
elicits
love
ground
it.
balls.
But with that
To your
defense,
point-
though, it could pass with
And the
Tyler
defense
Rogers.
is
It
back.
could.
They played
Yeah.
great defense yesterday. But to your point, Tyler Rogers, you had said this earlier in the year when you kind of elicited for him to be the closer. He's going to get ground balls. And with
He
the
will.
defense playing as well, like the defense
100%.
has started playing like they played last year. So why not let them just, that's why some of these pitchers come here is for the defense.
Now, the one thing they didn't want Rogers doing the other night was throwing to Mike Trout because Trout can hit a low pitch
Right.
better than most.
That's fair.
So you don't want that. But like, there's not a lot of Mike Trouts on rosters around
No.
Major League Baseball. I don't think you're going to run into that often, but it's something to think about. Jeff Medeiros in the chat on Facebook writes the following: Atkins traded for Varlin, so give him props there. Listen, it is a great trade in terms of
No.
control, in terms of what assets you gave up. There was a lot of people around baseball surprised at the Varlin move at the deadline.
Yeah.
I do bang away at Atkins at the deadline.
We also heard they wanted to
Varlin-
make him a starter this year.
That was
too.
never. That's
I know.
such BS.
I know, but it's all BS.
That's
Is
such
what I'm saying to you. It's just something else where you don't even know. Like, did they fall into it that this guy is now your closer? Like, again, first career save. It makes the natural transition to him being the closer.
Steeler
But
in
it's crazy. Like, it should have been 4-3
It
because
should
I
have.
don't know why they held that guy at third because they thought, I think to your point, they didn't think Varlin could warm up that quick and they were going to get another shot at Hoffman.
I'm always a fan of if you have a team on the ropes with the bases loaded, don't run into outs.
No, but that ball was always going to second base because
or unless it didn't. Like
no,
I'm just saying I'm
because
just
that
saying.
run, it's not the winning or the
It
tying run.
wasn't. But
They're
like,
trying to keep the force on. They're throwing to second base.
But
there.
I'm not sure if Varlin's coming into the game at that point.
No, I know.
I'm
That's
still
what,
working
that's
on the
what
pretense that Sid Hoffman
exactly
is
what I
somebody
just
out there.
said. To your point, I don't think they thought Varlin could warm up that long, and they thought he would get another shot at Hoffman. And to your point, Adele and Soler are like 2 home run threats, and I think that is in Hoffman's head. It's how many home runs he gets off, and that's why those balls got away.
They
from
can
him.
go deep quick. That Angels team on here
They hit a lot of home runs
very quickly.
True. Which would have just put it out, and it brings you back to Arizona with the Corbin Carroll Grand Slam.
Steeler in the chat writes the following: Who has a better ERA, Hoffman or Heineman?
Didn't we do this? No, that was with Little.
What is someone in the chat? I don't have time to look this up. What is Heineman's ERA this year?
Yeah, we did. We did this with Little. Remember?
We did this with Little. All of a sudden, tearing it up with the Buffalo Bison. Brendan Little. I am curious what Heineman's ERA is. Do you think Heineman's still going to be that kind of guy, like the mop up guy? It's not irrelevant. It's not relevant to the conversation, but I'm just curious if there's.
Let's hope we don't have to find out because that means they're down 8 or.
Well, I think it's safe to say Hoffman's not throwing today.
Yeah,
like he's not throwing today. We'll see what they do in terms of Varlin in the back end. Who gets elevated? Braden Fisher needs to pitch more.
Agreed.
Like he needs to
give
pitch
some
more.
other guys
I'm
some
sorry.
chances now.
Like so. Anyway,
no, Hoffman has like a 7.59 ERA. Heineman's is 15.00.
You're telling me there's a chance.
And there is.
You're telling me there's a chance.
One good outing and you got him.
All right.
No, I agree. Like other guys should get more chances. Like Braden Fisher for sure should get a better
Fisher
chance.
should be in there.
Yeah. And even like Miles Straw or not Miles Straw, Spencer Miles.
Please don't have Miles Straw.
No, I know. Well, yeah.
Spencer Miles, I'm not sure about. Michael in the chat writes the
why
following.
not try him? Is all I'm saying.
Sid looking like the Pope with that bright white.
I like him, man.
Is this too white today?
Sunny? Nah,
I sat down and as I'll
you
turn
just
on
look
the
whiter.
lights,
You need a tan.
I look a little. I don't know. If,
Sit in the backyard. Is the pool open yet?
no,
Sit by the
for the record, Mike Francesa is the Pope. He's the sports Pope.
It's true.
Shout out Mike Francesa.
It's true.
Mike and the Mad Dog back in the day.
But I thought they
and-
could have
and
let it ride with Fluharty or Rogers a bit more.
You might have to. Fluhart, everyone except for one guy pitched well out of the pen last night. We all know who the guy is.
Yeah.
And I just we need to pin someone down on why you're scared to move off of Hoffman. And the answer cannot be I believe in my guys, because you don't always believe in your guys. By the way, is Eric Lauer getting an opener today or not? We haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard nothing yet, so I don't know.
That's going to be
I'm praying they
Here's
do
what's
it.
going to happen today. Here's what's going to happen today, because it's Jose Soriano, who's had a ridiculous year for the Angels, against Eric Lauer. Last time we heard from Eric Lauer, they gave him an opener out of nowhere Friday. He was very unhappy about that. I don't care how many runs he lets up. Schneider is leaving him in there for a beating today if he's not on his P's and Q's.
Because that is the part we didn't talk about, right? His numbers 3 times through the order like drop significantly. Like he gives up
For sure.
runs when they go 3 times
sure.
through the order, and that's why they did it. So yeah, you're right. Probably just parade him out there and here, face the lineup 3 times and let's see what's
he is going to let Eric Lauer face that order for a third
They already
time
won the series. Why not?
and say, let's see what you got, bud. Because those two right now are a little off. There's a little bit of tension there. Guarantee you, Eric Lauer is not going to get bailed out by John Schneider today.
No, I agree with
Not
that.
happening.
I agree with that.
Not happening.
And I know it takes off Hoffman. Like Hoffman obviously stole the headlines. Like, can we give it up for Patrick Corbin?
Patrick Corbin. How about Patrick? 5 innings, an earned run. By the way, how many pitches did Dylan Cease need for 5 innings the other night?
110.
110? 65 pitches for Patrick Corbin through 5 innings yesterday. I like Cease a lot. Got to clean it up. That's lazy.
It's coming.
That's lazy. It better be coming. That's a lot of money.
And he's got a lot of pitches.
It's
that
not
do
like
a lot
can't
of
be life and
things.
death to go 5 innings at that kind of price tag.
And
That's
he's got to
ridiculous.
figure out what pitches are more.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Patrick in the chat. Corbin's been great so far.
Yeah.
Agreed. Rayner in the chat still talking about Azzo's catch and the sound from Schneider. Azzo, good catch.
You
you know. You know.
I haven't heard him that flustered or that like talking over himself as much as he did yesterday.
True. Jordan in the chat. Don't worry, guys. Nothing to worry about. Hoffman's slider just got away from him. Yep. Very true. Colin in the chat writes, let Lauer start and go 2 times through the lineup. He was their MVP last June and July. Schneider quickly forgets. Let him know, Colin. Let him know.
But that was the thing. Like last year, there was a month where he had a 10 ERA, but then there was a month where he was really good. Like
he was 9-2 good.
Yes.
Maybe not that month, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was 9-2 good last year.
The other thing I don't understand is like he usually gets chase and miss on like every time Valenzuela set up outside, he gets the chase and miss. So I don't know why they were going inside there. I guess it was what their projections.
Well, they
told
wanted
them.
to go kind of inside.
Yeah.
Like you still, as a pitcher, have to go inside.
No, of course.
Sometimes.
Of course.
Like there was apparently, I don't know.
But his stuff on the outside is where it was working. That's what I'm saying.
It was also
right-handed work.
Right. But also, if you stop chasing that stuff on the outside, you're going to walk guys.
Yeah.
Again. Like there was a moment in the Mets game. I don't know. I think Ron Darling spoke on it. By the way, the Mets lost their 12th in a row last night.
It's the mayor's fault.
The Mets, Ma'am Danny. The Mets have lost 12 straight. They are the worst team in baseball with the highest payroll in baseball. You want Bo Bichette's numbers right now?
No.
I'm going to give you Bo Bichette's numbers right now.
He made a fielding error that might have cost him the game.
Bo
Or
Bichette's,
not fielding, but
where are you, Bo Bichette? Where are you?
did you see that where he had the wrong bag on third and he let the guy get there safe?
No, really?
Yeah, it's what continued the game going. Would have been like I think one of the last outs.
The Mets are dead last in Major League Baseball. Bichette is hitting 219. He's slugging 281. It's gotten so bad. The Minnesota Twins Twitter account threw this out there last night. I begged Azzo not to look at this. You didn't see this, did you?
No.
This is from the official Minnesota Twins account. Things you can get in a dozen.
Oh my goodness.
Eggs, roses, Mets losses.
Oh boy. Well played. Well played. It's too bad nobody goes to your games, but well played.
Oh, snap. You are right. Can we do one more thing before we dive into the other John Schneider thing that we're going to talk about?
Well, there's a couple things.
Okay, hold on. Okay, from last night. Let's empty the tank. What else do you want to talk about from last night?
So I saw this tweet from Morosi, which I thought was pretty good for MLB Network and whatnot. Like among the Jays heroes in Anaheim last night, Patrick Corbin, who we just talked about, Lenny and Sosa. Did I say that right? Eloy Jimenez. Lenine. Sorry. Yeah, I still got to get that figured out. Lenine, Sosa, Eloy Jimenez, Spencer Miles. They were not central figures on day one in Dunedin, and they're and that is the beauty of this game. And it's true. And one thing it made me think about, like when Springer and them come back, when Springer, Barger come back, they're going to be in a bit of a roster crunch. Because you let either of these guys go, you got to deal.
Well, I think the only guy I would really keep out of any of those is Jimenez.
Really,
I don't think. What has Lenin Sosa done to warrant like not
He's
having
looked okay, man.
Barger have a chance again? Like, guys, like relax. It's been a couple of weeks.
All
It's
right.
been a couple of weeks. Relax.
But I thought it is key who stepped up, and like Patrick Corbin's giving you some.
No, I don't doubt. Listen, some of them have played well, but Jimenez has played really well. I wouldn't move Jimenez right now.
No, but
The other guys are like, okay.
why don't you do the Savage now? Because Patrick Corbin can save you and give you some time with that.
Well, the other thing yesterday, I forgot about Savage. Thank you. Savage threw in Buffalo, or for the Bisons, forgive me. 2 1/3 innings, 4 runs allowed, 4 walks, 64 pitches. It wasn't great for Trey Savage yesterday. Now, they wanted him to go like 75 pitches. He only went 64. I, the whole time, have been conspiracy theorying this, that they've been trying to save a year of service time on Trey Savage's contract. Maybe I'm a little wrong on this. CJs, this is how it goes. Maybe I'm wrong.
You're saying I was right.
Maybe I'm not saying you're right. No,
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
no.
I'm hearing.
Quesadilla hater. I'm not saying you're right. But like, maybe this is something else with Savage that I never budgeted for, because shoulder impingement sounds ridiculous. It's a ridiculous injury.
If Corbin can keep this up, he can make you Savage the closer.
Will Trey? Hold on.
David Price did it for the Rays way back in the day.
Who's
when
messing
he
with
first came
Savage out of the pen with those pitches?
Yeah.
Who's messing with Trey Savage? And then you find a song with Savage in it.
It's really
Or
too bad we
like,
don't know about
comes
Barrios and Bieber, like especially Bieber.
I think we know about Barrios. He's not coming back.
I think we know more
throwing
about
today.
Bieber not coming back.
Barrios is throwing today.
Yeah, and when's Bieber throwing? We have no
He
idea.
had a bullpen scheduled for this week,
Yeah.
apparently.
Okay. Cool.
The other thing was
Can we do this?
was it Eloy Jimenez getting a post game?
I think it was Sosa.
Oh, it was Lenin. It was Lenin Sosa.
Lenin
Sorry, it
Sosa.
was Lenin Sosa. Can we leave Hazel May alone,
Seriously.
or Arden, or whoever's in that spot? Can we just leave them alone?
Especially Hazel.
Do you know how comfortable it is to have been dunked with Gatorade and then like go back through to your hotel room? Like, that's rather uncomfortable.
Especially
Can we stop doing
I
that?
thought they weren't doing it on the road.
Well, it wasn't Vladdy that did it.
No,
last
I
time.
know. I think was it Miles Straw and Brandon
I don't know.
Valenzuela
I couldn't
again?
make out who it was.
That's why I think Miles Straw was on my head, because I'm pretty sure it was the two of them again. But Vladdy, if you're the leader, make sure that message gets out. You're not doing this on the road. You said it to Hazel yesterday.
Hey,
That's why she wasn't expecting it.
Hazel was not expecting that.
No.
That is unfair.
Look at that. She got
That's
right.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous for
It is.
Hazel.
It truly is.
Like a true professional. Like enough. And she's been amazing about this. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. In public, she puts on a pretty good face every time. I would have the Bo Bichette face every time.
No, definitely.
I would not be enjoying
What you
it.
hear yesterday was actually pretty funny, because Sosa was doing the interview with the translator, and then that happened, and he goes, sorry to her, and she goes, oh, you're going to say that in
Yeah,
English,
now
huh?
you can speak English. Yeah.
That actually was a big tell.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like, hey, listen, when you used to do this, remember 2 years ago, she was getting drenched all the time.
I've been on this for years, man. This is a ridiculous thing the Jays do.
But they kind of gave her the warning, or they would do it before the interviews last year. You had a good year. Don't mess with Hazel. Don't mess with the
Don't
baseball
mess with
gods.
Hazel. Don't mess with
Because
Hazel.
when she was getting soaked, you didn't have a good year. Last year, you gave her the warning. She wasn't doing it. You had a great year. So cut Hazel some slack. Don't piss her off. Just leave her alone. Do it before or after. And yeah, I agree. Stop it on the road. If that's what you want to do, Vladdy, be a leader. Tell them, and that's it. Cut it out.
Blue Jay fans,
It's a bad look after
if you
Vladdy
want to end this garbage at home, stop cheering it when it happens. Just stop it. I can't say this enough. As a reporter, it is completely unprofessional how they're acting around Hazel May, Arden, or whoever's in that spot. I hate it. It's childish. It stopped being funny like the third time you did it. Enough.
And again,
Stupid.
I'll say
Enough.
this too. That interview is 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Let him do it. And then when she walks away, do it then. Let him walk into the locker room and get changed. He doesn't have to sit there for an interview soaked.
How about
sticky.
this? How about this? Free advice for Jay's social media. When whoever does an interview, when they're down the dugout stairs and they're in the back, have someone ambush them with water and record it and post it.
There you go.
Do that.
Boom. That's it.
Let the professional broadcasters do their job, please. Jesus Christ.
Especially for 90 seconds, 2 minutes at the most.
Stupidity.
Especially now that they do the right thing and they pump it in-house because the crowd cheers it and they want to hear from these guys. Just leave it alone.
Jay Caro in the chat. Hazel heel turn coming.
That would be amazing.
I would have done it a long time ago.
100%.
She's been way good about it.
She's a pro.
I would have
man.
done it a long time ago. It's a stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you're asking the Jays to admit a mistake. Good luck.
Man.
Good luck.
They're going to know it. Yeah.
All right. Anything else on the game last night?
think that's it.
Okay. Patrick Corbin was great.
He was. No, I mean,
Patrick Corbin
he's buying you
was
some
excellent.
time, dude. You've got your money, your value out of him already.
I did not expect that out of Patrick Corbin.
Again,
and honestly, neither did the Jays.
Not 100% thrilled. You had to use what? So you ended up using 5 relievers.
Yeah.
Should have been a day off for Varland. And yeah, you rushed them. I don't like that. The strain of that. And then, with the challenge, you have to keep throwing. But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? 3 o'clock today, Eric Lauer in what is turning into a fascinating potential start.
I love it.
Against Jose Soriano. It's a 3 o'clock, a little after 3 o'clock.
So do you start him and leave him in longer, or do you just do the opener out of spite just because he said like comment? Just do it again.
No, this is going to be Patrick Waugh in goal against Detroit for 9 goals. Watch this. This is going to be, and he's going to walk past John Schneider and talk to someone and said, I pitched my last game for the Toronto Blue Jays. Mm-hmm. It's going to have Patrick Waugh vibes today. Not like as high profile, but watch this. Schneider, that bullpen, you're going to hear a mouse fart in that bullpen if Eric Lauer needs help. No one's getting up. Free bullpen day for the Jays today. That's why I got Varland up too. I think he knows exactly what he's doing today, Schneider. He's letting Big Mouth go out there and throw. See what you got, Eric Lauer. Let's see what you got.
And then if they're down, bring Hoffman in again. Screw it. Who cares he's pitched 2 days in a row? Have him eat innings now.
Yeah.
Until he gets hurt and you can put him on the iron.
Because the optics on making Hoffman go from your closer in a World Series Game 7 to like the mop-up guy in blowouts, not good for Ross Atkins.
Dude, I'm with you.
That's not good for Ross Atkins.
I think those two, again, he only had 4 hits batters last year, and now 2 in a row can say, oh, something's off. Let's put him on the IL.
It was only
little phantom
only
IL.
4, eh?
All season last year, which is insane.
Wow. That is crazy.
Isn't it?
That's one of the most surprising Hoffman stats I've seen in a while, and I've seen some crazy ones. Hyper Bear in the chat, put Santander in. We got an update on Santander coming up a little later.
Which shoulder was it? We'll talk about which shoulder later.
Was it both? I don't know. Anthony Santander, do you want to get to surgery now or wait till when you report for camp? Report! I want to go to Cancun. Okay. Good for you, Anthony Santander.
They only checked one shoulder. Wait till he tries to come back and they check the other shoulder.
Oh, my God. It's just somewhere in there, it's going to be some loose bodies and expectations.
Who was it? Stolars who had the thing. What did he have in his knee at time? It was like a weird
loose
thing.
Bodies? Something about the bodies? Do you remember that?
Yes.
And they did the x-ray and it was just a mouse on a running on a wheel. It's not funny. Steeler in the chat writes, how's IKF doing? Well,
how are the Red Sox doing?
That's a segue. Well, I can tell you how the Red Sox are doing before we get to the other stuff. The Red Sox...
Aren't they them and the Yankees right now? No.
The Jays are not last in the division. The Red Sox are 9-14. The Red Sox... for the record, the Jays have the worst run differential in the American League East. Yeah. But they are not the worst team. That is the 9-14 Boston Red Sox. But it's early. It's early. Okay, so...
Playing the Yankees right now. I was right.
They are playing the Yankees. The Yankees won last night.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jeff Passan of ESPN. Azzo, safe to say you and I both love us some Jeff Passan.
Of course.
I'm a big fan of Jeff Passan. Jeff Passan, writer and on-air baseball personality for ESPN. Let's tell it like it is. The on-air baseball personalities don't get as much run at ESPN as NFL and NBA guys do, and Stephen A. And
thank
whoever.
God he didn't go to NBA.
Yeah, I
like a weird story.
I like Passan.
Yeah, leave him where he is.
In the
baseball's
in the baseball lane.
Old school hip hop guy. He's awesome.
Jeff Passan, for those who aren't familiar, is, in my opinion, one of the best sports media people, pound for pound, any sport in North America.
And he can recite Wu-Tang on the drop of a hat.
He's a Wu-Tang
Elmo
fan. Voice. He is an 8-bit Nintendo savant.
Seriously.
He is one of my favorite on-air people, Jeff Passan, and a great insider. Maybe the best. So Jeff Passan, a few weeks ago, announced that he's got a podcast coming out called Sources Tell, Jeff Passan podcast. And we knew it at the time when the Dodgers were in Toronto taking on the Jays, but Passan, he did an entire segment where he sat down with both Dodgers manager Dave Roberts and John Schneider, and all they did was talk about the World Series. Great idea.
Okay, can I just say, so his first 2 episodes, the first one, Paul Skeens and Tarek Skubal. Sorry. Yeah. Paul Skeens and Tarek Skubal. Last night, Dave Roberts, John Schneider watching Game 7 of the World Series.
Hey man, high bar. The one thing I know about podcasts, if you're going to be the big guest podcast, you know what you need? Big guests.
Yeah.
Like you can't slip. It's like all of a sudden you book me. Like you can't do that.
But that's a pretty
high
good
bar.
often running thing.
It's a high bar.
That's a high bar.
Yes, very high bar. So we knew that John Schneider, Dave Roberts, and Jeff Passan taped this in Toronto going back now several weeks. But it was released officially yesterday. And I highly recommend the YouTube version of it. Like the audio podcast is out too, but the YouTube version, it's 90 minutes of the three of them talking about the World Series.
But showing the clips, yeah.
All
it's
of
worth
it.
it.
It's all of the things. And I didn't catch all of it, but I caught the stuff that I think you, the audience of this show, would find the most interesting. So we have like several clips lined up, and we're gonna scrum surf in a way. We're gonna kind of go and stop where we need to. Azzo's gonna be running that ship. He does a great job with it.
Oh, thanks, man.
And only compliment you're getting tonight. So again, it's just Passan in the room with John Schneider and Dave Roberts.
You have to put out a warning. Sorry to make you relive Game 7, but it's pretty insightful.
No, we'll get to that. So the first clip we have here, Jeff Passan brings up a moment that some of you might remember. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 9th, tie game, World Series, Game 7. IKF at third base. And Jeff Passan starts asking, well, he's not asking Dave Roberts questions first on that. He brings it up to John Schneider, and this is the conversation.
This right here, guys. This is the play that has been dissected.
What do you mean? I haven't heard anything about this play.
Can you tell me what your
Funny guy.
Bad joke from John Schneider. Continue.
This was the play. Bases loaded. Dalton Varsho at the plate. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa on third base. Will Smith gets him out on an off-balance throw by Miguel Rojas.
The still that we're using in that clip of IKF a foot away from touching the bag
With the ball, like-
still makes me sick.
I know. Look where the ball is on that. That's crazy.
It makes me physically
I can't
ill.
believe he was out.
Continue.
A literal spike.
Yeah.
Which he had to toe tap back on there. A lot's been made, John, of Izzy's lead. Should he have run through the bag? Can you just...
You're going to hear like an 8-bit video game sound effect throughout some of these clips. They just, on Passan's podcast visually, they have a statistic and it pops into the screen. That's the sound effect that accompanies it.
Pop-up video.
So it's
There were
basically,
pop-up
it's
video?
like pop-up video, which was a great idea. It's
It
fantastic.
was really good.
All right, continue.
whole perspective
For
on
sure.
that play.
Absolutely. Looking at it now, I think what we could have done as a staff is have Izzy get off the base a little bit more. Now, we did.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep. I agree. The one thing you could have done was get IKF to move a little bit more off the bag. Azzo, do you concur with the manager of the Toronto Blue Jays, John Schneider?
Don't hug the bag when you're the
Don't
one.
hug the bag.
Yeah.
Good point, John Schneider.
Maybe don't have your third base coach say, don't go past this line and tap his foot. Like, oh my God. Now you guys wondered why Sid was in a move when we came in. He relived this yesterday. So just saying.
No. Will back pick to Max at third. That's in our advance report, right? Izzy is a very smart baseball player. He's aware of that. I do think that the odds of Dalton lining out to the third baseman are probably pretty low.
Hadn't done it all year.
Right. Okay. So, and
They admit it.
on.
They admit they made a mistake.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Oh boy.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Did John Schneider just say with a microphone on, the odds of Dalton Varsho lining out to third were slim? Did you hear what I just heard?
You know, I did.
You know.
You know, I did.
You know?
And you know, we all knew that.
Jesus Christ. I want to take 10 seconds and have some silence and just have that sit. Let's just not say anything. Okay.
going to be keeping the runner close for obvious reasons. Yamamoto could pick. The dude's an athlete. So all these things are in Izzy's mind, right?
Yes, Yamamoto is an athlete. Yes, he won 3 World Series games against the Jays. I believe he got the win in all 3. He's all of those things.
You have a complete game almost, or you did, right?
He did in game 2.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Pretty good.
Will Smith could attempt to pick. You know what else happens there? If Will Smith is wrong on that, the Jays win the World Series.
They have a real band.
In what world is Will Smith or Yamamoto throwing a pickoff attempt with the championship on the line? Will Smith's worried about a passed ball. That's all he's worried about. The Dodgers were so compromised in that situation, I could barely put it into words. And this guy, Schneider's like, could have been a back pick. No, they're not as dumb as you. They're not thinking that. That's not what they're thinking. You think Will Smith's going to risk that with the bases loaded, 1 out, bottom 9 of the World Series? You think he's that dumb? I don't know why I'm yelling at you right now, Azzo.
I'm scared. It has to be somewhere in the middle, right? Like, again, he barely got a lead, and it has to be an aggressive lead. Like, you can't be over-aggressive when you're the winning run in Game 7 of the World Series. That's the only reason there would have been a back pick or a pickoff attempt, is if he was over-aggressive, taking an aggressive lead, if he was off the bag. Like, he was, again, hugging the bag. That's not happening. You told him not to take a secondary lead. So Will Smith is not throwing it without a secondary lead. Why would he?
He's not throwing it.
I mean,
There is no back pick
unless
for
he
Will
was
Smith.
unless he was stupid. But if your guy has good baseball IQ or whatever you said about IKF there, it's not happening. It's not happening.
There's no back pick from Will Smith. And yes, Yamamoto's an athlete.
I'm realizing we might have to break these up with some hockey talk or something.
Well, let's get through the first clip and see.
Are we gonna get there?
Yeah, we will.
Okay, keep going.
That's that. I think when the play happened, when the ball's put in play, I'm thinking, okay, Varsh is it's not gonna be a double play. When I saw Miggy stumble and I knew Izzy was at third, I wasn't watching his actual primary, to be honest, and secondary. I did the first pitch, and I kind of remember him being like real wide. And then the next, I think it was a 2-1 count to Varsh. I was just watching the ball, and as I see Miggy stumbling, here's my thought process. Just because of a baseball cadence, I thought one of 3 things was going to happen. I thought the ball was going to sneak under his glove, and we win. I thought he was going to catch it, fall down, and kind of throw a worm burner up from his ass to the mound. We win. Or third, it was going to be catch it, fall, and throw wide. So that was in within 1 second. So when he did the third one and threw it, I'm just waiting for it to go to the backstop, and it never did.
Can I stop it there? So you had 3 situations in your mind, all 3 in which you win, and none of them happened.
That's John Schneider. Yes.
So what happened? He made a play. A professional baseball player made a play.
You know what happened?
And he made the smart play.
You know what happened? John Schneider isn't meant for this world. That's what happened. We're dancing around this thing with Schneider the entire time. Hoffman, IKF, Trey Savage home run late. Hoffman home run late. Shane, we'll talk about Bieber in a second. Shane Bieber home run late. All of these things. He's not about this life. He's a bench coach at best, and he's been running the team the entire time into situations like this. They were lucky they got to Game 7 of the World Series with this guy running it. They were lucky.
I see that. And that was all in real time. You know what I mean? And then I was like, I think I just challenged without even looking at DeMarlo. I didn't even see Will's foot come off at first. I didn't know it was that close. So, and as far as running through the plate, if there was one person who I thought would do it, it would be Izzy. Because when we had him in 2024, we talked about the play when you do that at second to try to get a run with first and third.
Yes.
And he was all in on it. I think he actually did it once. And I think he did it once.
You know when it doesn't matter if you run through the plate or slide in if you have a bigger lead.
So I know he has said since that he was trying to break up a double play with Varsh running, but baseball happened. Guy made a great play.
There's many times in this podcast you hear that phrase from John Schneider.
So let's say this now.
Baseball happened.
Baseball happened. There's not a phrase I hate in Toronto sports. Like there's some phrases that we've heard the last 3-4 years. John Tavares, we'll take it as a learning experience. John Schneider, you have to tip your cap. Ross Atkins, internal improvements.
Or trust the process.
Trust the process. Well, that's now a universal thing, but yeah, I've heard that too. There are certain phrases in the city that when I hear them, I want someone to hit me between the eyes with a hammer. That phrase from Schneider, which Azzo is correct, you're going to hear a lot in some of these clips.
Multiple throughout the whole podcast about the 18-inning game. It was all throughout the pod.
Basically, the manager of the Jays with his hands on the wheel while your guts were spilling out onto a table or a coffee table in front of you, watching that. All he's got for you is, what are you going to do?
No. But you also hear a lot of our projection said this, our projection said that. Like, did baseball happen when you pulled Barrios out in Minnesota?
Baseball. You know what happens? Also in baseball, firings happen. Firings happen.
Just, again, learn from your lessons, man.
Go ahead, brother.
Was
that the end? No, that wasn't
That was
the
going
end.
through my head. That was it.
What's going through your head during that play?
I want the ball on the ground, and you're just hoping to get the ball on the ground because at that point in time, Varsh is a good runner.
Which is why you had the infield in, because the likelihood of a double play
it's
there.
probably not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Definitely likes to pull the baseball.
That's the end of the clip.
Yeah.
Definitely likes to pull the baseball. Dave Roberts
threw it in his face.
Low key slit Schneider's throat again next to him. And Schneider wasn't smart enough to figure it out.
What's he going to do? He's not wrong.
Well,
again,
we can talk about what he should and shouldn't do in terms of saying yes to
cut
that
his
interview
throat
in a
if it's
second.
like he's
But
right. And everybody knew it.
And everyone knew it.
Everybody knew it. I love that we're getting things Darko. It's a hit or miss league. Hito Turkaloo, ball. Like, we're getting all these Toronto sports terms, which is actually making me laugh in the chat. I just wanted to bring that
There's
up.
more terms that I did not bring up.
AI would say take a bigger lead. Yeah, AI is data driven there now. Like, geez.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Michael Hagee. That's a nice one.
Okay.
So let's get to the because you mentioned Shane Bieber. So this is the Toronto Blue Jays and Shane Bieber right now. 172 days ago, that's basically 5 months ago, Shane Bieber went out in the 11th inning of Game 7 of the World Series. We have not seen him since.
Well, we saw him when he opted in right away.
Right away.
We
have not seen Shane Bieber pitch in the major leagues in the regular season or playoffs since. Question is why? And the other question is, was he compromised going out there in the 11th inning and the Jays were too dumb to know it? I remind you, Shane Bieber gave up the World Series winning home run to Will Smith in Toronto. John Schneider move. In fact, John Schneider's last 4 moves out of the bullpen in that game, Chris Bassett, Treyu Savage, Jeff Hoffman, and Shane Bieber all gave up runs. All of them. Overused. So this clip is about Shane Bieber, but then there's a lot of reference to he was hanging, which is baseball slang for exhausted. But sorry, it isn't?
No, it is. Yeah. I'm saying for a guy who just came off Tommy John, right? Like he.
I'm just telling you the clip. I'm setting up the clip. The clip is a lot of guys are hanging. You're going to hear this a lot from all 3 gentlemen. But they talk about Bieber, who we have not seen in a regular season game since being entrusted with the biggest inning of the Blue Jays history since 1993. 172 days ago, Shane Bieber. We have not seen him since. Here's the clip.
With Shane, his arm's hanging a little at that point. How much did you think you could get out of him?
I thought a couple innings before we'd turn it over to somebody else, and
they had no idea his physical state. If John Schneider admits in that interview a couple innings, they either didn't know the shape he was in or didn't care.
But he just said yes to his arm hanging.
That's the other contradiction.
Right.
Agreed.
It's dumb.
And
again, he's a guy coming off of Tommy John surgery, who's pitching for the first time in the majors. You babied back into the majors. And then all of a sudden you're using him every second, third day. Like, what?
We are not making enough of the Shane Bieber call in the 11th inning when clearly he was physically compromised. because we have not seen him since. Whoa. Go ahead.
You know, in the postseason, the likelihood of extra innings and then the likelihood of longer extra innings because of no ghost runner, you know, we talk about that. And we said if we got to the point where we were past Sir Anthony and Hoff and Chris, it'd be Shane. Yeah, we liked him kind of in that pocket. He got Shohei on a little cutter and, just the hanging breaking ball. But that was our plan. You know, it's all hands on deck. And Beavs was on board with it too, and just didn't work out.
And then also to like give context to that series is like
what happens here is fascinating in that I've never seen anything like this. Jeff Passan deserves a lot of credit for setting this up. Dave Roberts now begins to defend John Schneider. And he references the 18-inning Game 3 as a moment that messed up everyone's physical planning.
Yeah, but the Dodgers won that. They were okay.
They were fine.
no, we played. So with the 18-inning game, it's like we played 8.
Sorry, can I say something about that? Because before in the episode, they go over the 18-inning game. And one thing Dave Roberts says is he left his guys in. And he went to Will Smith after and he says, I know you just caught almost 18. Like, are you good to go? And he's like, I'm going tomorrow. That's what you do. In the World Series, when a championship isn't on the line, you trust your main guys and you ask them. Not because numbers tell you, put Heineman in like what was it? Like it was so early in the game.
It was way early.
He had 3 or 4 at-bats in that game.
Yes.
Like you can trust your guys when it's that far into the season and a championship is on the line. Because to me, that's when they lost the World Series. If they could have pulled out that 18-inning game, they won the World Series.
I don't disagree with that.
It's crazy to me because, and he says there were multiple guys he went to who played almost that entire 18-inning game. And he's like, how you feeling for tomorrow? Do you want me to give you a break? They're like, no, I'm going.
Yeah.
It's a World Series. I'm going.
I'm with you.
They pulled out everybody they had so early in that game, trying to win it in 9 innings. It was ridiculous. Anyway, sorry. I just had to say that because they did go over that earlier in the pod where he says Will Smith caught that entire game and was like, are you good to go the next day? He's like, yes, of course. It's the World Series. I had to say that because it's crazy to me. Because yes, with the championship, you let your guys play. You ask them if they're okay, and I'm pretty sure they're going to tell you yeah. So for it to be Game 7, and then you're asking Bieber, and he's on board, even though you know his arm is hanging, is crazy. You can't have it both ways again. Sorry.
The Jeff Has a Party Show, powered by Sid. I like it.
Keep going.
I'm here
in 9 days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people then. So you're talking about pitching, and it's like everyone's hanging.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not even a normal 7-game series with 2 days off. It's 8 games with the 18 innings, right? So it's like we're trying to like piece it together in any way we possibly can.
Yeah, I know there's people that gave me some crap about the moves I made in Game 3, about like absurd. Pinch running and or defending, which is kind of what we did all year. And then I think those same people were like, "Oh man, but his team was fresher in Game 4 because half the team goes out of the game." It's like you don't freaking know that, but like you like guys are all hanging. You know what I mean? Like they are all exhausted.
Will Smith caught every inning, and it's like I could have. If we lose that thing or he goes over, they're telling me why did I catch him? He's exhausted. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. But you just got to go with your guys and do the best you can.
The dude that caught every inning, hit the game-winning homer in the last inning of Game 7.
Right.
Like think about that.
Think about that.
What am I listening to at this point? What is
baseball happening?
Like Roberts starts to make the case that the Jays probably should have they should have won. Like what am I listening to? Schneider has no idea what's going on in this interview. It's the most degrading thing I've ever heard. What are you talking about? By the way, Will Smith, you know why he plays every inning? You know why he hits a home run at the end? You know why he makes a play on IKF at home? A really intelligent move, difficult physical move with the foot? Because Will Smith is better than any player you have.
He's a gamer.
Will Smith, you heard me right. Will Smith is better than any player the Jays had in that series. Period.
Almost.
Period. Vladdy's postseason went down after that opening series, and we know it. Could have used a hit here and there in Game 6 or 7.
Oh, again.
We're acting like there's a bunch of Will Smiths out there. That guy is a horse.
Yeah, no, agreed.
That guy is a horse of a baseball player. That's why he's out there playing every inning.
And again, it took 18 innings in Game 3 for the Dodgers A squad to beat your B team. You had all your subs in. You had emptied your bench by the 12th.
Was that
Like that game could have been over in the like. I know it went 18, but had you left your guys in, you might have won it in the 12th or 13th or whatever.
By the way, I know there are people listening and watching this who are like, "Why are you rehashing this?" I think I'm feeling rather therapeutic about this right now because I was always concerned, like, well, you know what? Is it really Schneider's fault how this played out? Was it really on him? And the more I'm hearing, I'm like, it's one guy's fault. Do we have the Miggy Rojas one?
Yeah. Is that that's the end of that one? Yeah, I do.
So we have two more, right, Azza?
Yeah.
Okay, so because I have the Miggy
reaction. About a minute.
I have the Miggy reaction here, so I'll read it.
I have a still of it too.
Even better. So Jeff Passan asks John Schneider the decision to throw Hoffman and to try and have a go at Miguel Rojas with 2 out. I don't think it's that complicated a thing. Shohei Ohtani's on deck. It's not really that interesting a question to me, but it elicited.
Well, considering you hit the game tying home run, it is.
Well, but obviously you're going to pitch to Miggy over Shohei.
Hold on, let's play the clip.
Oh, sorry, is there something here? Because I didn't hear this one. Well, let's hear it.
Funny. I can vividly remember, and I'm sure you look at all your projections and head-to-head stuff. So I can say, and this is no offense to anyone, that Hoffman versus Rojas was the best on the sheet.
Hoffman versus Rojas, your guy who's supposed to be your closer versus their number 9 hitter who didn't have a hit for like 4 months is the best projection.
Well, no kidding. Right? Sorry, someone got paid to make that projection in the Jays coaching staff?
Apparently. So
seriously?
Passan tries to explain it here.
John, there is essentially a column here with the hitters and rows here with the pitchers, and you color code each thing to whether the matchup is favorable or unfavorable. In the moment, while the World Series is bearing down on you, you're trying to dig through and figure out.
We've done it enough day to day. You look at the number and you go, okay, this is why.
So again, he's telling you it's always about the projections, what the numbers say.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
But when baseball happens, like you got baseball, like he keeps saying that. So why do you keep relying on
Of course I want Hoffman against their number 9 hitter. Yes.
Said he's open for a walk to get to Shohei. That's baked into that projection, on base percentage or plate discipline. But part of our projection of that probably was ground out or pop up, fly out. It's not like a slam dunk punch out, but it's like, hey, something like that, not the actual outcome.
Luca.
But it wasn't the actual outcome.
No, hold on, give me a second. Luca in the chat. I'm done after that comment. There were so many comments there. I don't know what you're talking about, Luca. Like there's several. So that clip was posted by Jeff Passan.
But it's just the number of times he's like, but that wasn't the outcome.
No, I got you. That clip was posted by Jeff Passan, and Miguel Rojas actually responded to it. Forgive me, I'm an idiot. This is Instagram, obviously, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So Miguel Rojas wrote, the story of my life. I've been red on every manager's card. I like taking a look even on my own team coach's card and see my name always in red. Fire me up. Analytics never count the heart or the balls. Wow. Even if you won the series, you're still fired up about this series.
Yeah.
I find this fascinating.
Me too.
Fascinating.
Because you know what the other part that we didn't clip was Dave Roberts talking about like his decision to go at Rojas. And he was like, for the last game, he wanted guys who are like kind of at the end of their career, not just because they've been there, but because they're going to lay it all on the line. They're going to be dialed in. Or a guy like what's his name? The center fielder there is
Pages.
Andy
Pages.
He's like, he could come out and say like, if they don't win it because of him, he'll be like, I'll be better next year. But a guy like Rojas, who was contemplating hanging them up, is going to just leave it all out there. And Dave Roberts says, I've kind of become a fan and trust in these guys who have baseballed out, who are putting their life on the line to win this thing, to stay in there. Right. Again, that's what a manager should do. Should be able to feel. The number of times you just, again, hear projections and it said this should happen or this should happen. 3 outcomes, but it's not what happened. We got baseballed is just infuriating. And again, you didn't learn from Barrios in Minnesota.
But again, just so we're clear, because this one doesn't infuriate me the way some other things have. Pitching to Rojas with Hoffman was the right move.
Obviously.
Yes, obviously.
And everybody,
I was wondering if I was missing something.
No, but everybody's looking towards Shohei being the next guy. And you don't need a projection there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you. That was
it's their
you don't
number
need hard
9 hitter.
Analytics. I'll take Rojas over Hoffman aside from Shohei over Hoffman.
The frustrating, the angering part is that you're just stating the obvious, and you don't need projections.
I
to
agree.
Tell you
Stating the obvious. All right. Finally, Jeff Passan brings up Jeff Hoffman, and There's two questions here from Jeff Passan in the same clip. The first is about Hoffman, because Hoffman said, I cost my team the World Series. Then Jeff Passan, in the middle of this, asks, is it possible to have a heartbreaking moment like this and be grateful that you were a part of it? Like, it's a really good question.
Yeah.
So let's start with the Hoffman stuff. This is the last one. Again, Jeff Passan, he's really good.
Okay. And then just a couple arm side misses, really. Thought his slider was good, and you're just trying to put guys in spots to get the job done. And
All right, this is not the clip.
Oh,
Sorry. I want the Jeff Passan talking about.
oh,
Hoffman.
sorry. I played the wrong Hoffman
No.
clip. Sorry, my bad.
That, that one's triggering me more than the Jeff Passan one.
Sorry,
That's
I thought
the
I
one we played
deleted that.
earlier.
My bad. Okay,
Apologies
here we
to
go.
the entire listening audience for having to listen to that
sorry.
excuse. Saturday.
I'm too worked up. My
No,
offense.
no,
Here we
that's
go.
fine.
That night, Jeff Hoffman says, I cost everyone a World Series ring. Which, a player's going to do that,
Right.
especially in that moment. But when you hear something like that, how do you give a player the understanding that this was something bigger than just him individually?
Yeah, that's what closers are going to say. That's what accountable people are going to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, for one, I think anyone in the room would say that, but in our room they were going to say that. But it's bigger than that, Hoff. I mean, it is. Baseball happened. You were the right guy for the right time, and the stars didn't align for that moment. So, how are you? The thing that we've really tried to talk about, and me more so with specific guys that were highlighted in some of these spots we're talking about, is this will not define you or this will not define us, but how we got there. And
Kind of defines you.
It does.
Kind of defines you.
But again, you didn't let baseball happen in Minnesota with Barrios. It defines
Let's
you.
not
move on from it, because it's an unbelievable life experience and professional experience for these guys. And if it doesn't make you better, then you're just missing out on it. So by no means did Jeff cost us the World Series. By no means did anyone cost us the World Series.
Well, someone cost you the World Series. So we live in a world where it's just praise, no accountability. Is Craig Berube running the Leafs?
Tip your cap.
Tip your cap. That's baseball.
You went into the ninth with a 1-run lead. You're usually expected to win.
You had a bigger lead earlier.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one run,
2 runs
a few
in the
innings
eighth.
earlier.
Yeah, you're right.
Earned the World Series. So that's what I want my guys to think about.
Is there any solace to take in being part of something great if you don't win?
It's hard for me to say but yeah, it really is, because there is a thing, hey, 29 teams are going to feel like they didn't accomplish their goal, right? It's so hard to be that last team. But I think what we did in terms of elevating the standards and expectations here and forming an identity and doing things that are sustainable and doing it with a lot of cohesiveness, I think is real. And I think that not only did we realize that, the baseball world realized that. And Dave, thank you for the compliments of the toughness. That's what we want to be viewed as. And I think that for the first time since probably 2015 and 16, the world can say that about us. So I think that is what you look back on and say, okay, yeah, damn, I feel good about that.
I took my headphones off early in that answer, so
wanna-
I didn't hear the rest of it.
You don't want to hear it.
No.
They're glad they're viewed as the tough team instead of world champions, apparently.
Let's see what the chat's saying. Martino in the chat. John always talking out of his ass. Gus, he is a great speaker, Sid. He can be. Yeah. Luca. Sid, Schneider needs to have this video taken down.
right now.
Showtime in the chat. They got respect in the handshake line. That's another one. I forgot about
That's
the
a
Sheldon
great
Keefe.
one.
Showtime. Well played.
Dude.
So listen, I before we talk about anything else, sources tell the Jeff Passan podcast is outstanding. It's 90 minutes of this stuff. If you want to geek out in a serious way on that series, as traumatic as it might be,
Maybe get mad.
I highly recommend it. It is great stuff. It's a credit to Jeff Passan that he got this together. This was not easy to do. As the one thing that keeps hitting me listening to some of these clips from John Schneider I want to ask the question because I'm struggling with it. I understand why Jeff Passan wanted to do this. I understand why Dave Roberts, manager of the World Series winning Dodgers, said yes to doing this.
Of course.
Why would John Schneider say yes to this? What am I missing?
Because it's considered one of the great World Series of all times. And like, how do you say no to that? I mean,
you say no? What do you mean? How do you say no?
My question to you was going to be, do you think he regrets it, listening to that and seeing what the response is? Like, I didn't think I was going to get that fired up listening to it twice. Like, and it does still.
He wasn't willing to say Jeff Hoffman's not his closer anymore last night. He doesn't regret anything. My point is this: if you're Blue Jays PR, like we have a real problem in the city of Toronto, sports-wise, with one thing. The organizations do not read the room. The Leafs cannot do it. The Raptors are getting weird about it. No one watches TFC. They played tonight, by the way, at home against Philly. There's going to be 8 people there. TFC have the 3rd lowest average attendance in Major League Soccer, by the way. 3rd. FC Montreal's right behind them. Not a good state right now, as long as the Whitecaps are playing well. Toronto FC, no one really cares. The Jays are celebrating half banners. And the manager, who all he talks about is we got to move on and we got to turn the page. And every time this is brought up, a piece of your fan base dies a little and you have no problems running back into it. It is John Schneider's responsibility to once in his life say no to an interview and say, I don't want to rehash this, and have the winning manager pat me on the head. That's embarrassing for John Schneider. I'm sorry. I credit Jeff Passan for that. He got a difficult thing done. He had to thread a needle. Good for Jeff. That looks amateur hour from John Schneider to say yes to that interview. A, because your fan base doesn't want it. Mm-hmm. B, you didn't come off any better. If anything, it got worse. Someone in the PR staff of the Jays need to have a discussion going forward about what this guy does and what this guy doesn't do. Because I don't think your fan base wanted that. The Jays are not reading the room right now on this. There is nothing to celebrate. You lost. Okay? You lost. The Yankees wouldn't celebrate it. The Red Sox wouldn't celebrate it. No one on a super profile in professional sports would have celebrated it. And John Schneider, still like a puppy dog, is running to any interview to talk about it. Enough. To me, that's the headline from this. Why on earth is John Schneider saying yes to that interview? That's embarrassing and belittling as a manager. As a person, I'm not going to sit here and have Dave Roberts go, it's okay. Guys, he tried. He tried. It was an 18-inning game in game 3. We were all in a tough spot. The hell is that about? My point is this. I don't think he gets it. I don't think he gets it. In how he deals with the media, in how he runs his team, in how he covers off for certain people and throws other people under buses, I don't think he gets it. And it's why he didn't get more than a 2-year extension. And I can't believe he said yes to that interview. I can't believe it.
So the only thing, I'd say you can say yes to that if you can defend everything you did or you have good answers for that. Better than we got.
Well, he thinks he can.
No, but he can't. He just said projections and we got baseball.
But that's our opinion of it. That's not his. They're in such a bubble in there. This is my point. They're in such a bubble. They're not reading any room. Yeah. Like he thinks a Blue Jay fan wants to hear that. More corny jokes from John Schneider.
But again, I keep going back to it, but the Barrios thing in Minnesota, did that not tell you how to read the room? And people were going to judge you on making projections that were not the right moves?
You would think.
And more than a baseball move? Like, the guy was humming. Like, leave him out there. Like, that's the one that sticks out to me. Like, how did you not learn your lesson from listening to the reaction of what you did in that game? Like, again, yeah, you can't just go on a podcast. You're right. Like, that was a bad move to go on there.
I think it was a really bad move to do that.
I agree.
Your fan base did not want any joyful rehashing and any palling up with Dave Roberts. That's not what they want to see. at all.
Did he think he could learn something from it because he is a younger manager, first time through, where Dave Roberts has been there before? But to have those reactions where projection said this, again, we got baseball. Baseball happened. Whatever you want to say.
Unbelievable, dude.
It's crazy.
The fact that he said more than anything that was said, the fact that he sat there for 90 minutes with Dave Roberts going, bud, close call. Close call, bud.
But it does bring it full circle because David Roberts talks at the beginning of, like, everybody talked about the David versus Goliath aspect of that. He's like, we never saw that. We saw you guys playing baseball. You were the hardest out and you guys played like you were the toughest team in baseball last year. So we didn't look at it like that. We looked at it as we wanted to win the World Series. And then by the end, John Schneider's like, yeah, we're glad we're looked at as the tough team in baseball, but you're not world champions. Huge difference there.
Agreed. Lindsay D in the chat. I bet Roberts felt embarrassed for him. I see. That's where I'm going with this. I agree with that, Lindsay. Like, I think by the end of it, Roberts was like, "Oh, we really should have won in 5 with this guy there." Like, I honestly, like, Dave Roberts is a professional. He'll never say that. But like, yeah.
People wondering if he got paid to do it. Maybe.
Oh, for the love of Christ! Really? Well, then clearly he's the lowest paid manager in Major League Baseball if he did that for money. That's embarrassing.
A few people flipping A said the same thing. Like, that's what some people are thinking. Well, no, but to their point, it's the only reason they can think of why you would say yes to it. To your point, I think that's what they're saying in the chat. That's the only reason they could see it.
Unc Ryan in the chat, a pity interview?
But you don't have to say yes.
I don't understand why he said yes to it. That's, again, we can parse through all the stuff that was said, and we kind of just did. But at some point, like the Jays need the gene of that. We're not going to celebrate it.
Yeah.
And for some reason it's there. And I'm like, I don't get it. Your fan base is not celebrating that loss. Guys, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. They're not celebrating it. That video is sitting there for everyone to see. Schneider kind of told on himself throughout that 90 minutes. They're lucky they got to a Game 7 with this guy running the ship. Are you serious? Any future Blue Jay manager who loses a World Series, no interviews with the other manager palling around the next season. New rule. New rule. It'll make everyone feel better if you just avoid it. Jesus Christ. This is not that difficult in this city. It's not. It isn't.
Apparently it is.
Apparently it is.
But again, if you have a good excuse and you can back something up to give your fans some solace on why things happen, okay. But yeah, that interview definitely was not it.
Mark Shapiro can't let that happen.
Yeah.
Jeff Passan pulled a fast one on a lot of people. Good for him. That cannot happen in the Jays organization. You look like the little brother.
I like that.
You look like the little brother, and that is an embarrassing look. Stop it. You got enough on your plate. You can barely deal with Jeff Hoffman, let alone try and outwit Dave Roberts in an interview. Get out of here.
We're just happy to be here. That's all it says. We're happy to be here.
We're
lucky we're here.
Yep. Lucky we're here. We're number 2. We're number 2.
Man, I honestly didn't think I'd get that fired up about some of that. It's crazy.
I just couldn't get past him doing it.
Yeah,
I couldn't. Any other baseball things? Because we got some
I
hockey.
think we need to move
we got
on.
some hockey.
We need to move on.
Hey, Azzo.
Yeah.
Great time of year.
It is it? Tell me why, Sid.
I will, Azzo. Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 19 plus. Play responsibly.
Actually, I do have one more baseball thing. Can I throw this in quickly?
Go ahead.
I'm not doing this just because you said that, but speaking of the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani's pitching tonight. And I don't know if you noticed this, but last time he pitched, he didn't hit. He wasn't in the lineup. And I don't know if that's...
Sorry. In his last outing, he didn't hit.
last outing.
He just pitched.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like, I think it was on the 15th. It's been like over a week. Like,
Okay.
he didn't take 5 days. He took 7 days.
Wow.
I know they said something about his shoulder, but they didn't put him in the lineup. And it's funny because it was a start after his start here in Toronto.
Yeah.
Where that stuff was made of, the Jays complaining about the timing, this and that. So I don't know if that had something to do with it, but it also seems to me that they really want him just to focus on pitching when he's pitching. And that might be him because we hear he controls everything. It's another thing Dave Roberts said in that interview. You don't tell Shohei anything. He controls everything about himself. And I think, to your point, I think you said it early in the year, I think the Cy Young is very important to this.
He wants it.
I think he wants it too.
The National League Cy Young Award is the only thing. Well, I mean, he hasn't won the AL Cy Young
Right. No,
either,
no.
but a Cy Young has never been won by Shohei, and he wants it all. He is a hungry cyborg.
Well, if he puts Cy
For
Young
all of it.
besides actual MVP, World Series champ, like there's no debate he's the greatest of all time, right?
I think you can say that now.
Yeah. Well, I think if you it
I think you can say
solidifies
that
it
now.
if he wins the Cy Young.
Multiple World Series,
Yeah.
MVPs, 2 MVPs in each league. Like,
Right.
holy cow. WBC. Like, I think Shohei Ohtani is the greatest baseball player of all time.
Yeah.
I think you can make the argument.
So what I was gonna say is little Azo intelligence here.
A little AI.
Yeah. So see if they hold him out tonight. First, see if they do it again, because I really do think they're going to start
Sorry,
doing this.
is that an evening first pitch?
It's a late game. It's a very late game
Okay.
because I think
So
they're in
so
LA.
we don't know the lineup.
No, we
Okay.
won't know it till tonight. But keep an eye out for that. And if he is not in the lineup, maybe go check out some futures on him winning Cy Young.
Oh,
Because
wow.
last I checked, like Skeens is still the favorite, and Mason Miller and Shohei Ohtani have the same odds to win the Cy Young. And like, when's the last time a reliever won the Cy Young? Like Eric Gagne?
Yeah, the allegedly juiced up Eric Gagne, yes. Yeah.
But like, if they start holding him out, like, and he keeps, because right now he's 2-0 with a 0.5 ERA. Shohei. Anyways.
Hyperbear in the chat. Azo Intelligence, sponsored by the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick. I sense a segment.
Sponsored by Betway.
I sense a segment.
Anyways,
Okay,
I
all right.
find it very interesting. I just say keep
There
an
you
eye
go.
out for that because I think he's going after the Cy Young, as you alluded to earlier.
I think he is too. All right, a lot of hockey stuff. Chris Pronger was on TSN Radio this morning, first up with Aaron Korolnik and Carlo Koliakovo. Those two do a great job. And Pronger's quote about whether he did or did not get an interview for the Leafs vacant GM job is this, quote, "There were rumors that I interviewed for the GM job for the Leafs. I did not interview for that role," end quote. So I think he didn't interview for the role.
No. He told you he didn't.
He didn't interview. Okay. So that ship has sailed, even as like an advice. Like we Leaf fans shouldn't want Chris Pronger involved. Yes or no? Where are we on that? Because I like Chris Pronger involved in some way. Maybe as a GM, I'm not sure.
Again, I'd rather,
But-
if you gave me the choice, I'd take Sundin over him.
Both have the same experience in a front office, technically. Actually, Pronger probably has a bit more experience.
For sure. When he's worked for the league, right?
Yes.
Pronger?
Yeah,
Like,
he did. Worked for the league.
But if you give me the choice out of two, I'm fine with Sundin over him. I don't think Pronger needs to be involved.
No, but he always gives a sense he doesn't kind of want it either,
Right.
which I respect. So right before we came up on air, Elliot Friedman dropped an article saying that the Vancouver Canucks, who are currently also in a hockey ops search, have reached out to another team looking for hockey ops for someone who can be in hockey ops. So the Canucks asked the Leafs for permission to speak to special advisor to the GM, Shane Doan. Shane Doan is one of the 39 people in the Leafs front office who have a title. And okay, and that's the latest. So Shane Doan, if the Leafs say yes to this, clearly I don't know what role Shane Doan has in their front office going forward.
Austin Matthews' favorite player, guy there to help him out that he grew up watching in Arizona. Like, how's Austin going to feel about that?
I
if
don't
they
ca-
lose
I don't-
Shane Doan?
I don't care how Austin feels about it.
That's the correct answer. But isn't that why Shane Doan's here? Didn't they bring him in mostly because
I
of?
don't know why Shane Doan's here.
I'm just asking.
Because Brad Treliving brought the whole Phoenix crew with him. That's why. I don't.
was
And by
here
the way,
before Brad.
the notion of we got to keep Austin happy. 13.25 mil a year says shut up. Stay happy for 2 years. I don't want to hear it. That's what that's for. 13.25 million a year. Shut up. Score some goals. Win a few more games. That's it. That's what I need from Austin Matthews. I don't need your opinion on assistant GMs. Get out of here. All right, Darren Dreger yesterday on Overdrive. So correct me if I'm wrong, Nazo, but he basically said that they were talking to Mike Gillis before the Leafs fired Brad Treliving. Is that what he said?
He did say that. There were some conversations and interviews.
The Athletic column that came out last week suggested that Pelly was also talking contract extension with Brad Treliving before the firing. Now, that was before the trade deadline, but now there are many conflicting reports about what this is and where this is going. I don't know what to believe anymore is what I'm trying to tell you. Like I don't know where this landed with Treliving. The Leafs are also the same organization that like weeks before asking Mitch Marner to waive his no trade clause wanted to sign him. I firmly believe that.
Yeah.
So correct me or stop me if you've heard this before. I don't think the Leafs have a plan. So I don't know what to believe in this. Both are believable to me.
No, for sure.
But I find both kind of unbelievable at the same time.
Because again, we did hear Gillis might not want a GM job. So were they looking to bring him in maybe as a president of hockey ops on top of Treliving, that he needed some guidance in some regard? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe Pele just started having thoughts. They needed another somebody in there, even though they're cutting everybody everywhere. Maybe that's what, like one kid skating with the flag could pay for that maybe.
By the way, what did Friedge write about the timeline of the Leafs GM search?
That it doesn't look like it's going to happen this week. Something like that. I think it was on the pod. Yeah, he said something.
Listen, man, I think if you have it by the NHL draft lottery on May the 5th, I think you're in good shape.
You'd like somebody there to represent him, right?
100%. Well, I mean, someone will be there to represent. They'll ask
Right.
Ty Domi to do it or something.
It's Sundin. Good luck.
Have Sundin there. Why not?
Yeah, probably not this week, I believe was the quote.
Kale Hillier in the chat. A manager for a manager. Yeah, the Canucks are asking a team with no manager for a manager. It's true. So the other thing with the Leafs, Azo, I found quite fascinating was because after the Leafs played their final game of the year in Ottawa, the assembled media, and God bless the 82nd game of the season assembled Leaf media,
still showing up,
who went to all of that. They talked to Easton Cowan, and Easton Cowan seemed like a guy who wanted to be part of the Toronto Marlies playoff run. And he is there with the Marlies right now. They just wrapped up their regular season. And the Marlies' first round best of 3 series with Rochester begins tonight at Coca-Cola Coliseum in downtown Toronto, right by BMO Field. And Easton Cowan, based on what I've heard, has looked good, as he should, with the American Hockey League team. But he's also on a very interesting line right now. Azo, who's he playing with in the American Hockey League?
Some guy named Nylander, but I believe it's Alex Nylander.
Alexander Nylander.
I saw this from Leafs latest. Yes. Upon arriving in the AHL for the playoffs and playing with Alex Nylander, obviously William's brother, Cowan said Willie sent him a text telling him how easy it is playing with the Nylander bros. I texted William the other day saying, we got chemistry. He's like, it's easy to play with the Nylander, so it's pretty funny.
I mean,
Willie's got jokes.
Something tells me Alex might be easier to play with than Willie. Just a hunch.
Does Alex stay involved and engaged in every play? Does he see stuff?
Does Alex Nylander in the middle of the AHL online feed give them the finger? I don't know. These are the great mysteries of our time. But I'm seeing this a lot in the chat. I like that Easton Cowan is down there.
Yeah.
I like that the last taste in his mouth this year isn't that disaster. Watching William Nylander check guys with 12 minutes to go to get his 30th goal of the season. I'm very happy that's not his last vision of the year. I like that. Go have some fun with Bo Grew and Quillen and
try and win
William Villeneuve and all those guys. Go ahead. Akhtyamov and Hildeby, all the guys.
Actually play for something. You're actually playing for something.
Have a good time playing hockey. That's the message.
Also competing. This team wasn't competing in a long time.
Have fun doing all of those things.
The only playoff experience he was going to get in Toronto this year.
Michael in the chat, Nylander bros, so easygoing. Yeah. Sometimes a little too easygoing. M. Bell in the chat. Oh my God, you guys desperately looking for another angle to crap on Willie? Give it a break. Getting boring. No, it isn't. He's been an anchor on this team for years. William. Remember when Alex Nylander almost went in the game sheet for the playoff game last year?
Yeah.
That's still one of my favorite Leaf stories of the last 48 months.
Was it the very first game?
No, I don't know if it was the first game.
Like in the middle of the
I think it was game 2 or something like that.
Yeah, it was weird.
If Alex Nylander had to go in the game because they got the game sheet wrong, what a home run that was.
I forgot. That was amazing.
Wow. All right, so we've gone through. Okay, that's our Leaf stuff for now. The Montreal Canadiens, I know they lost last night, but coming home for game 3 on Friday, 1-1. If I'm a Montreal Canadian, if I'm Tony Marinaro, if I'm anyone at Sick Media, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about how the Bell Center is going to feel on Friday night, prime time, with that series tied up at 1. Tampa and the Habs do not like each other. Tampa got the win last night in OT. That was definitely one they could have had. But post-game, Azo, I do like some of the quotes. Caden Gooley did have a rough night. 4 giveaways. Caden Gooley wasn't great. But after the game, he was like, I don't mind at all where we're at.
Games could have went either way. It's playoff hockey. It sucks right now, but I mean, don't think we played a bad game at all. I think Overtime maybe got away from us a little bit. We were on our heels a little bit, but 1-1 going into Montreal, I think I like how that feels. So gotta be ready for Friday.
A lot of people like how that feels.
Of course. Listen, they're a young team. They're going to make some mistakes like he did last night. But, man, this train that Pelly didn't see coming is turning into a bullet train that's going to end up in a Stanley Cup final pretty soon.
Yes. Wait till they get Michael Hagee in the roster if he signs. If I'm a Habs fan, am I nervous about that Michael Hagee didn't sign after the season?
I don't think so. It seemed pretty clear.
Well, hold on. Can I go down a road?
Yeah, of course. That's why we're here.
Oh, there's going to be some people mad at me.
Uh-oh.
Chronological events go as such. Let's go through it with Michael Hagee and the Montreal Canadiens. Trade deadline. After the trade deadline, we hear Matthew Knies' name mentioned. We also hear maybe Montreal's talking to Toronto about Matthew Knies. So who are the Leafs getting back from Matthew Knies? Glasses McGee holds the news conference March the 31st for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Out of nowhere, out of seemingly nowhere, he mentions, by mispronouncing his name, Michael Hagee. Where would Keith Pelly have gotten Michael Hage's name from? Where? And then after all of that, Michael Hagee and Pat Brisson are like, you know what? We're going to wait. Oh, it's just I got family. I want to play with brothers, and I want to play with this person. I want to play with that person. It's nothing. I just want to play. I want to play Michigan again. Okay. So that's just out of nowhere that he decided not to sign on his childhood team. A team that made his family very happy down through the years. His dad's favorite team. Like, why would you not sign with the Montreal Canadiens?
Isn't he technically signed by them, but it was Montreal's choice not to call him up, and now they have another
I'm
year?
under the impression he's not under contract.
Well, they had to sign him to call him up. Sorry, yeah.
You got to sign him.
Right.
He's not signed. Why isn't he signed?
Yeah. But then, so how do they have the rights to trade him? Just because they have his rights?
They'll eventually have to sign him to trade him. What I'm saying is they don't have the rights.
Right. Well, he's not under contract.
Right.
They have the rights. He's not under contract.
All I'm saying is all of these things happen in the last 2 months. Knies rumor. So they're talking to Montreal. So who are the Habs?
And to be fair,
let me get through it. Habs rumor. Matthew Knies, Leafs. Okay, so who are the Leafs asking for there?
Obviously.
And is it a prospect? Kind of would have to be a prospect.
Top prospect.
Top prospect. Again, let me get through it. Keith Pelly mentions his name out of nowhere. Nowhere. And Michael Hagee, in an era where college kids are signing left and right, all of a sudden tells the Montreal Canadiens, not now. All of that is fairly factual. Kent Hughes did let it out. Where were they, in Anaheim at the deadline?
Yeah, he was late, right?
Kent Hughes gave the media a little something and said we were talking big. About the time Kipper is saying Matthew Knies is being discussed. So all of these things happen in and around the Montreal Canadiens and also kind of around Michael Hagee. Doesn't sign.
So there were reports that the Leafs were interested in drafting Hagee, right? And
Montreal, I'm sure a lot of teams were.
Well, Montreal liked him so much they jumped ahead of the Leafs to take him. And then I think that was the one where Friedge was saying the Leafs were under a strict direction to get me the best right-hand defenseman, and that's where they took Danford, right?
All that was reported. Yes.
Yeah. No, and maybe
Jamie in the chat writes, Hagee is a better player than Hagee.
And if Montreal said no to the deal with Knies because that's who the Leafs asked for, like the Montreal's not willing to part with him, right?
It's true. And yeah, like Dave in the chat, he's going to play a year with his brother in college. Yep.
Well, and they lost, right? Before the Frozen Four, at the Frozen Four?
I get it. So many good reasons to go back to Michigan. I get it.
But at some point,
so many good reasons.
Montreal will lose the rights at some point, though, right?
Yeah, you got to be careful. Yes.
Yeah. I think there's 1 year left or something.
You don't have to sign with the team that drafted you.
Right.
Because then you go back in the draft.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Now, top level first round picks usually don't have that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like Adam Fox did that. Adam Fox was one of the guys that did that. They just kind of went, we're right back in. I'm just saying.
Well,
I see that happening to like other franchises, and I don't bat an eye. I see that happening to Montreal's or one of Montreal's top prospects after the last 2 months, and I go, okay.
No. Could there be some hurt feelings by Montreal being like, we don't need you right now? Like, we don't need you. We're good. Like, for a guy, again, like you said, you know how much it'll mean for him to play for this team. Could there be some hurt feelings by them saying, we don't need you?
I'm just saying.
Maybe. Hey?
My point is, if you're a young hockey player and you look at the Montreal Canadiens right now, what is it about them you don't like? I'm asking out loud. Like, what is it about the Canadiens if you're a Michael Hage where you're like, I think Michigan's the better situation for me? I'm just asking.
But they told him, we don't need you right now. We're not bringing you up. We don't need you.
Is that how it went?
I think so. That's how I'm under the impression.
Well, I'm also hearing you want to play with his brother. So how did the communication go? Why is Pat Brisson on with Tony Marinaro, like, calming this down? Yeah. Great interview, Tony. No. Why is he calming this down? If there's nothing here, why does his agent have to go on the Sick podcast with Tony Marinaro? Why is that?
That is correct, yeah.
So I'm asking.
You're right. None of that stuff gets floated for no reason.
Listen, I'm just a guy with a microphone. I'm a nobody. But, like, I found that weird. Stealth Sammy in the chat, playing time. Yeah, playing time. Porter Martone is getting playing time. I'm just saying.
Most organizations would have him up and playing right now. He'd be under contract making NHL money.
There was a love affair between the Hage family and the Montreal Canadiens.
Agreed. That's what I mean.
I thought that was weird that he didn't come up. I thought that was very, very strange. And until the day he signs, I'm not going to not feel strange about it. I know Montreal Canadian fans don't want to hear that. And maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. Unlike John Schneider, I'll admit when I'm wrong. Unlike the Jays, I'll admit when I'm wrong. But I thought that was a bizarre move for Hage to go, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. It's not like they don't have the room to sign him.
Did Keith Pelly submarine the relationship between the two? We're about to find out. Did one press conference submarine the relationship between the two? Because Nyes multiple times has spoken on this to Toronto media. Got news for you. He's not happy about it either. He was not happy about it. Yeah. Imagine privately.
And when do you ever hear a guy go out, like, to your point, mention another team's prospect?
Yeah.
Pelly did it for a reason.
100% he did. 100% he did. Abner watches in the chat. Apparently, Hage is hurt. Okay. I didn't hear that he's hurt a lot. That's news to me.
I didn't hear that either.
Injuries just pop up out of nowhere sometimes. Hope he's okay. Anyway, just my conspiracy theory. I'm sure it's Azo. It's nothing. Azo. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. I want to hear from Martin St. Louis after last night, because Martin St. Louis knew, like Travis Green knew there was a real opportunity in Game 2 for the Sens. He knew that. That's why he played three defensemen like 40 minutes. Martin St. Louis was regretful yesterday, but he knows they're still in an advantageous position heading back to Montreal Friday.
Nice to get two, if you would have told us before we came, you're going to get, you're going to split, we would have taken it. I felt like after two periods, I felt we were so close of getting two, especially the way we were playing. It just kind of got away from us a little bit. And, we lacked a little bit of poise in the third and didn't play with the puck a lot. And I feel we carried that into overtime too. And we tried to talk about it. And it's a good team. And when you keep giving them the puck, you're just, rolling the dice a little bit.
The Slavkovsky performance last night was a reminder. We still are not sure tonight what we're going to get. Not a good night for Slavkovsky. He should have taken the fight with Hagel.
I was going to say.
That was a mistake.
That was.
Message to Canadian hockey players. Stop fighting in other people's barns and rallying their fans up.
Weird.
Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. Because even if you win the fight, you might rile them up a little bit. You're not winning anything. You're not getting anything out of it. The Habs were up 1-0. Hagel can go kick rocks. Don't engage. Don't do it. It's ridiculous. I like Slavkovsky a lot. Dumb decision. And he didn't have exactly a strong night.
No. And you're right. Like in their barn when you're about to steal one, why would you?
Don't do that. Enough. Where are all the Sabre fans today? Where are all the Sabre? Is this on? Where are the Sabre fans today? Where are the Buffalo Sabre fans today who couldn't wipe their own ass for 14 years and now all of a sudden they're Stanley Cup contenders? Where are they this morning? Where are they this afternoon? Where are you? McFly, where are you? Pathetic performance against the Boston Bruins last night. Bruins now are in control of the series. And it has been an awful week for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Awful. I'm going to start with game 1 on Sunday night. The level of disrespect towards Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is unbelievable, to the point where Mark Messier and PK Subban on ESPN's desk Sunday night, 2 people paid to know about who's in net that night, had no idea who the Sabres had in net that night. They didn't know who it was. Steve Levy of ESPN, God bless Steve Levy, he challenged both Messier and PK Subban to name who was in net for the Buffalo Sabres on Sunday, and neither could do it. Do we have the audio? Yes, we have the audio of this. Here it is.
You mentioned Buffalo's goalie's name. Did you want to take a crack at that, anybody? Pekka Luukkonen. Is that his first name? Luukkonen. Well, I'm missing one. Luukkonen. Or his friends call him UPL.
Nothing wrong with his game either.
No, exactly. I noticed you guys all talking about it. Nobody mentioned his name. Want to stay away.
Woo. You don't see an on-air host throws people under the bus like that. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Like, again, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
No,
I understand.
It's pretty tough. I'm not even going to try it.
But the one thing, just a pet peeve of mine that I've always had, because I've normally done, if I do a sports show, like we talk about a lot of things. One of my biggest pet peeves is if you're a baseball person or a hockey person or an NBA analyst, if I hear like really bad mistakes and that's the only thing you do, man, does that piss me off. I can't even explain to you how much that grinds my gears. You have one job. And by the way, the game sheet for the game you're doing on ESPN is readily available online. Look it up. Look it up. Just make that note to yourself. When you see someone whose job is one sport, that's not my job. It's a bit more detailed than that for me. And I still have people paying me to do it. But if you have the one job and still can't get that right, God, I don't understand that. I do not understand that. Anyway, so that was Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's Sunday. His game last night was just terrible. Morgan Geekie from like center ice scores the 2-0 goal. It was a ridiculous goal to let up. And the Sabres all of a sudden, who've been riding high, they're beating up on MMA dummies in the street wearing rollerblades. They're doing all kinds of stuff. The Sabres got quiet real quick last night. Azzo, are you jumping off the Sabres bandwagon? Were you ever on it?
I like the energy in the building. That's about it. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like Swayman's, especially when Swayman's playing the way he plays, like you have to step it up a bit. There's a lot of penalties in that series too.
But they should have won game 1.
Yeah, it's true. No, they were down with
minutes,
eight
many
minutes?
goals in the third
Yeah,
period.
8 minutes left or something.
And then it's like, oh, Tage Thompson's like, we're in a game. We got to do something.
But that's what I mean. This is a thing, just the goalie play. Swayman could win it for the Bruins easily.
Wild. So the Bruins have control of that series.
Yeah, definitely.
Azzo, let's check in on our good friend Mitch Marner, shall we?
Okay, and then I want to check in on another friend.
Okay, it's friend corner.
Yeah.
Let's go into that Mammoth Vegas Golden Knight box score last night. Utah won their first ever playoff game as the Mammoth. Logan Cooley, big goal late, cool as ice. Let's take a look at the $12 million man, Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner played 22 minutes last night. John Tortorella played Mitch Marner 22 minutes. You can't say Torts isn't playing him. 1 assist, 1 shot on goal, 1 hit, 2 giveaways. And in Mitch Marner's playoff career, in 72 career games, 13 goals.
Is that good?
Mitch is in fine postseason form as far as I can tell. Assist here and assist there. No hits. Mitch is back, baby. Going to restaurants. No one's bothering him. He's happy. He's happier than a pig, and you know what? Mitch Marner is in pure. It's playoff Mitch, and he has returned. Good luck dealing with that, Torts. You've already lost home ice. Good luck dealing with that. Already lost home ice in the series. We'll see where this goes. Utah will be loud.
Yeah.
For Game 3, guarantee you.
Oh, definitely.
Guaranteed. Any thoughts on Mitch Marner, Ezra?
No, I mean, what you said about the Buffalo fan, where's all the Vegas thing? Yeah, Tort's going to make the difference. They're a wagon. They had won how many straight at the end of the regular season?
That's their first regulation loss, I believe, with Tortorella.
Yeah.
I believe that's their first. With playoff Mitch, it will not be his last. 22 minutes, 1 shot on goal, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Really, Mitch. But that's not his game, right? He said last year, that's not my game. I got to get pucks to the net and get to twirl around in the pregame. And
How wet was his hair yesterday?
I'm assuming not very wet. I'm assuming not very wet.
So we've hit on almost every game except Colorado Avalanche take a 2-0 series lead over the LA Kings in overtime. And let's check in on another old friend, Nicholas Roy.
Nick Waugh, former Leaf.
Yeah.
Got him a first-round pick next year.
He only played 13:55 last night.
Okay.
But guess what?
What's that?
He had a goal. The overtime winner.
Nick Waugh.
Oh, my goodness. With the OT winner.
If someone could drive a stake through the heart of this ridiculous Kings franchise, please do it.
Seriously.
Just, if this isn't a sweep, I'll never respect the Avs. Ever. Just no one wants to see the Kings. The Kings don't want to see the Kings. King fans are done with them. They're a pathetic organization. They have no style. They luck their way with numerous overtime points. Just a bad franchise, man. You know what the best part of Kings games are? Will Ferrell. That's the best part of a Kings game. It's Will Ferrell. I know some people don't like Will Ferrell. I don't get him. I love Will Ferrell.
Or glass breaking behind their bench, even though it's in Colorado. Like, that was weird. Like, that's a sign, right? That's a sign from the hockey gods. Just end it.
Just end it. Please end the game.
At least it's not Edmonton knocking him out again.
That's the hardest the Kings were around any hit all night.
Yeah.
Was that glass breaking? A Money in the chat goes, Matthews to the Kings next summer? Yeah, that changes the Kings.
What about Utah if they go on a run? They're a good fit for Austin.
Have you seen their owner, Ryan Smith, just walking amongst the fans, high-fiving people?
Seriously.
Has he been giving out tickets and stuff like that? Yeah. He's been doing that too? He's
a cool dude.
I love Ryan Smith, man.
Really, he's good for the game.
Just a young guy with money who wants to have 100%. Fun with his people.
100%.
I love that stuff.
Preach. It's true.
One day, Rogers ownership will do the same thing. Can you imagine Rogers ownership going through Maple Leaf Square? By the way,
they just give away season tickets.
We'll have a lot to say about the Raptors tomorrow because Game 3 is tomorrow. Did Jurassic Park looks a little thin for those road games? Did you see some of the pictures? They didn't go to them often at all.
I know.
Woo! And it's also been ruined. Like Jurassic Park's been absolutely ruined. Wow. Now it's a raffle, and
it's true.
It's just
I forgot about
it's like Times Square with the advertising around there. Yeah. But I noticed both Sportsnet and TSN barely went to Jurassic Park during those games. Now it's not like there were a ton of moments where there was no big BI dunk in the fourth quarter to bring the crowd to life.
It's true.
I understand that, but. Jurassic. I don't know what happened to Jurassic Park, man. Is this a rest in peace on Jurassic Park?
I think so.
I remember the good old days of Jurassic Park.
I mean, maybe if they make it a series.
There were families there. There were people with their friends. It was young people's old people. It was a really good vibe down there for a long time. And I don't know if this is it. I think it's changed dramatically. Now, again, the Raptors vibe hasn't really caught on yet. To be fair about it.
That's what I was about to say. What if they win games 3 or games 3 and 4? Like, what's it going to be for game 5? Maybe
there'll be some better shots for sure. Some better shots.
But it seems like it's pretty easy to win that raffle right now.
Yes, plenty of good spots available, dude. It got to the point where there wasn't even a barricade at the front of it. Did you notice?
I saw that. I thought that
there were so few people there. They didn't need a barricade at the front separating the gates from Scotiabank to Jurassic Park.
But we were down there during the shows. I think there were more barricades during those games than there was at the parade.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, it was crazy when we were doing the live shows from down there. before those playoff runs.
AB to Infinity writes, how to destroy a great thing. Jurassic Park was great. Might come back again. It's not like Jurassic Park had a lot of juice in it based on what the Raptors did. Do we have time for some quick soccer things?
TFC. Yes, we do. I want you to get to this.
Third worst average attendance in Major League Soccer right now is BMO Field. Third worst. So Toronto FC plays tonight against the Philadelphia Union. I know some of you don't know that, but we just told you. TFC, they played a 3-3 game over the weekend against Austin FC. Josh Sargent, again, one of the biggest transfers in MLS history. No goals, no assists. So that's the story with TFC. We have better news for our men's national soccer team, who for a while did not have healthy players or players scoring if they were. Things have kind of changed in the last week. The big headline is Alphonso Davies played 62 minutes for Bayern Munich against Stuttgart in a 4-2 win, and Davies scored. Canada's captain scored for Bayern Munich, so that was good. Jonathan David for Juventus against Bologna scored. Good for Jonathan David.
Jonathan David scoring is a good thing.
Midweek games, the championship, or technically second division in England, they're coming down to the wire. Kyle Larin for Southampton scored in that league this week. And just yesterday for Hull City, keeping their potential promotion hopes alive, Canadian international Liam Miller scored a goal, which not only kept Hull City's hopes alive, but also relegated Leicester City to the third division. Leicester City in 2016 won the English Premier League.
Story of the year.
They got relegated last year. They've been relegated a second straight year. They had the highest payroll, I believe, in the championship this year in England's second division, and they got relegated. So that is how sports should go.
Whoa.
If you want to be in this league, nut up or get out. Love it. So the main headline, back to the main headline. Canadian internationals are healthy and playing and scoring, which is damn good and needed. You cannot go into a World Cup with no one in form. That's not how this works. That equals 3 and out, man. If that's how Canada's situation is, it's 3 and out. Ray Bay in the chat. Leicester in 2016 needs to be studied. What a run. I remember, I was on Sportsnet with Azo and McAuliffe and a lot of people. Like, that's the one story everyone looked at each other. There weren't many of those stories, but that was the one story we all looked at each other and go, this is crazy.
Yeah.
We got to talk about this.
I remember. Yeah.
Leicester City Claudio Ranieri comes out of nowhere with Jamie Vardy and that whole team and N'Golo Kanté, and they win. It's crazy. All right. I believe you've done our show, Azo.
I think so too.
Anything else on your end?
2 quick things. One, I think I figured out why John Schneider would have done that interview.
Aside from being paid?
Aside from being paid, yeah, like the chat might have pointed out. Maybe it's a reason to give it to Keith Pelly to listen to and talk about why data-driven sometimes doesn't work.
Yes, it's just not checkers.
It's just not always about data-driven and the projection. Secondly, the Jays lineup is out for this game.
Okay.
And Eric Lauer's starting, no opener.
Hey!
So I think your point might be, you might be bang on with that about Schneider running him out there and here, face the order 3 times. Go for it, kid.
I have a final update for you.
Okay.
Shy Davidi 2 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Hoffman is down. Again, the Jays play at 3 Eastern today. Jeff Hoffman is down today after pitching 3 times in 4 days, but manager John Schneider said Blue Jays will, quote, use the off day to talk about role with him. End quote.
Wow.
Is our long national nightmare coming to an end?
I see a follow-up quote.
Oh, what's the follow-up?
We'll reevaluate everything. We'll talk with him, see
nothing.
how he's doing. He's going through it, obviously,
That means
a little bit. There's truth.
No, that you ruined it. Azo, you ruined it.
They have to reevaluate everything.
That's such a BS Schneider line. I don't buy it. See, now I don't feel good about it.
No, but I do.
No, I don't feel good.
Again, we heard it was deployment. We heard it was situational. We heard it was his pitch selection. Like this, yes, you have to reevaluate everything with this guy. Yeah, I take some solace.
Way to ruin the end of the show.
Okay, I'll buy you a quesadilla.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll even take like quesadilla flavored chips. Is that? I think that's a thing.
No, it's not.
I think it's a thing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You go to some stores, they got everything.
Wow, I'll have to check that out.
All right. Good final thought, Azo. A Jeff Hoffman update.
That's good.
So basically, you're going to reevaluate, but probably not move him.
No.
That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
Can you imagine?
Yes, I can imagine. 100% I can imagine. Good job.
Oh my God, if they do that. See, now you ended it on a bad note.
First, you disrespected quesadillas.
It's true.
And then second,
they're an appetizer.
you did that.
Quesadilla is an appetizer, not a meal.
Our apologies. We wanted to talk about Anthony Santander, but we ran out of time. On behalf of Jeff Azzopardi, Quesadillas, and everyone here at Sick Media, I'm Sid Seixeiro. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the J game this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.